Distant shore, he won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today.
We're riding all night long here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show now all day. We just don't stop. I mean, it's just 24/7 helping you with your automotive needs. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop, we are here to help. Thanks for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. I'm your host, Kurt Chase, with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver.
Yes, sir. We're right here every Saturday morning on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR out of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and iHeartMedia Network station, and on all of our social media sites, live streaming on Facebook, the Automotive Edge Radio Show, Shifting Gears, and our personal pages if you know us, and on LinkedIn under Kurt Chase. Also, bada bing, bada bang, YouTube. That is really growing, and we really appreciate you guys helping us out with that by subscribing to that channel, because we got a lot of short videos there to help you with all your needs. And, of course, we're live streaming there right now on that page. It's youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. And good morning, everybody.
Back in studio, the great Larry, taking care of everything that we need here. I heard he had to fly in by helicopter then jet in order to get here. So I don't know what he's doing out there in the world these days.
I got a pretty good idea.
He parachuted in on top of the building, and then they got him in the studio. So
There you go.
I didn't realize how special our producer was.
How about that?
Yeah, nothing too fancy today. A little light work.
That is pretty impressive.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, we got a good show for you. I think it's a good show. Got a lot coming up. I spent so much time at dealerships this week. I was at a bunch of them, from Fort Worth to McKinney.
Were you singing
Dallas,
Does Fort Worth
Grapevine.
Ever Cross Your Mind?
Do what?
Were you singing Does Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind?
I don't know what that is.
That's a George Strait song. That's probably one of those popular ones he's ever done.
No, it's not.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
That's not a big song of George Strait.
All right. Okay. Well, I need some help.
You know what his favorite song that he ever wrote was? I heard him say it.
All right. Which one was it?
Amarillo by Morning.
Well, that's a big one, but he's had a lot of big ones. But Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind is.
That is not a big
And
song.
All My Exes Live in Texas. That's huge.
Okay, that's a big one.
And you don't think Fort Worth Cross Your Mind is
I've
one of
never
his-
even heard it.
Oh, give me a break. You're
Come
fired.
on.
You're fired. I need another host.
There we go. There we go.
Uh,
Yeah, so a lot going on in the auto industry. There's a lot of dealers out there. They are really dumping 25 models. I mean, you want a deal based on, the make. There's some that have some big old tariffs on it, and they're still struggling to figure out how much loss they're going to take to get rid of it. But you look at classic Kia Carrollton on their remaining EV9s, up to $14,000 off, almost double what the tax credit was from the government. I mean, there are some phenomenal deals out there. The tough thing for the consumers is where the pre-owned market is. And I talked with all of the GMs at the different stores I was visiting, and we're not expecting the used car market to really change that much. Maybe Q4. If that, maybe 2027. I was with Jason Long yesterday, and I'd like to give a big shout out to Tommy Melton, the new car director at Eldorado Mazda. First time receiving the presidential award for Mazda. Chevy gets all the kudos up there. And when I went there, Jason Long came out and said it was like 15 minutes ago that McKinney Mazda, Eldorado Mazda received the President's Award.
and what does that represent? Like the same thing as being like dealership of the year kind of thing?
Well, it's
Something like
not.
that?
It's not just about selling a lot.
Right.
you've really got to meet all the criteria by making the consumers happy. Your surveys coming in, service, your follow up. Because on those questionnaires that you get from the manufacturers, they say, "Hey, have you heard from the dealership? Did they set the appointment? Did they go through your car? Did they do everything?"
And that's not something that's really just coming from just a group out there in La La Land. That's like from the customers that they get that from. That really shows when people reach out to that kind of level, it's really showing that there's something special when they get that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So they, congratulations to Tommy Milton and the crew out there at Eldorado Mazda. I could shake his hand. He was jumping into a meeting with Jazz Gill.
I thought she was going to say he was jumping up and down with joy.
He was on the phone taking care of a customer, and then he had Jazz Gill waiting on him. He had Jason Long waiting on him, and he goes, I said, "I'll come out next week." He said, "Hey, that'd be great."
So what happens when you get those awards like that.
Yep. Good morning, D. Cagle. How are you, my brother? Steve Spiker. Steve Spiker, he didn't give me enough credit. I taught him how to play golf. I got a swing down. He had this where, he was kind of dropping his shoulder or, whatever he was. And I corrected everything.
Right.
And now he's passed it down to his son.
So you still haven't got credit.
And I don't get any credit, and I let him win. Every time we played, I'd let him win. So, he had the big head. Hey, I'm this really good golfer, and
they always tell me
I'm the world champion of Lantana, but he doesn't give me the credit for me going, look, your feet aren't set right. You're not keeping your head. I'm all these different things that I taught him. And I got no kudos.
They always told me that there's two sides to every story when I grew up. And I believe that Steve probably has another side of that story, but we won't get to hear it, will we?
Well, he's dialed in.
Call in, Steve. Let us know if that side of the story is absolutely correct, because we all need to know.
Good people. And I got to tell you what, you see Steve's son?
Yeah.
It is a mini me.
Oh, that's cool.
Looks exactly like him. I mean, there's going to be no doubt when he grows up that is Steven Spiker's son.
Cool. And good morning, Jim Gibson.
Good morning, Jim.
Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in, brother.
So here's what's going on. As I went through all the dealerships and I was talking not only to the sales managers and the general sales manager, but I was also talking to a lot of the finance directors, and they're telling me the banks have a ton of money to lend, a lot of money to lend. And they're what we call buying deep. And what that means is they're going as deep as they can to find reasons to finance you, the consumer. I mean, I saw some car deals. They were telling me, I don't look in the car deals because that's private. But they're going, hey, we had some people in here had this score, and we got them this rate. We had this score and got them that rate. And I'm just sitting there shaking my head going, goodness gracious. It's just, it tells you a whole lot about, A, how strong the dealer relationship is, but B, how well they're structuring these deals with the information from you, the consumer, to get you a fantastic rate. I mean, I still have people call me all the time going, hey, I got bad credit. Can you do better than 18%? And then I look at their credit going, look, folks, I don't know who told you had bad credit. This is not bad credit. And I had a half a dozen people that all bought pre-owned vehicles up at Eldorado Chevrolet, and not one of them was over 9%. Not one of them. And they were listening to all these outside voices. And I'll give you a great example. I'm on these different groups. These neighborly groups, and they all call for advice.
Sometimes don't seem too neighborly, do they?
No, they don't. And some of the stuff they post, you're going, why are you posting?
And they have no idea what they're posting.
But it's funny when
throwing something on the wall and see if it sticks, right?
Well, what's sad is that they post car stuff, and then everybody chimes in, and it's all negative. And I'm going, how do you weed through that to go?
Get to the truth and get them to see the light.
I didn't get any help at all. I got a bunch of negative nannies in there, just verbally whipping the situation.
We're the way of the world, baby.
And so I had this lady, and she asked for some help, and I gave her some advice on what to do. And then she turned around and listened to some guy that said, well, I bought a dozen used car, blah, blah. Guess what? Her car is broke down in a grocery store parking lot.
Is he going to help her get that fixed?
Hey, I guarantee he goes with her. And I'm going, do you go to a dentist for a heart problem?
Some of these people do probably the way they act.
I'm sitting here going, I'm looking at all the comments from this guy, and he's just an angry human being. He's just mad. They're going to tell you this and they're going to do this. I know this guy that sells cars, blah, blah, blah. And so she
1 minute
said,
to commercial.
can anybody help me? And I went, you know what? I offered and told you, contact me. So anyway, the car got picked up and it needs $4,700 worth of repair. It was $63. I got it down to $47. And she said, what do I do? I went, well, you got a choice.
Go get it fixed if you want to keep it, right?
She goes, well, that's over half what I paid for the car. Yes, ma'am. So you can watch your money go right down the toilet and with nothing. I said, but Driver's Edge has a deal where you can actually finance those repairs. You got to pay it off for so much time, and then you're not hit with a bunch of interest.
Right.
And I said, y'all have to, and I got on there. I said, you must be careful who you're listening to, because when they post, I need a $10,000 car, you wouldn't believe how many people chime in that don't have a freaking clue of what they're talking about. I'm going, wow. Too many. What do they say? Too many hands in a cookie jar.
Too many chiefs and not enough. What is it? Too many chiefs and not enough Indians, kind of thing. And
I'm going.
I think that a lot of people do stuff like that.
Time for commercial break.
Okay, we got to take a break.
All right, hey, quick break. Don't go away. 214-787-1190. We'll be right back.
So, Kurt, this is coming from Jim Gibson. He says, I will send you a complimentary copy of my book if you want one. That was fantastic, too. This thing is in depth to the max. Bo already has one. It is called An Appeal to, I can't remember, Reason. I compared the evidences of evolution versus creation. And it's a yes, he does want one.
Yep, I'll take one.
And you can send it to me, or I'll send you his address later. Okay.
Well, we have the mayor tuned in. You know what? I got a problem with my next door neighbor.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't appreciate my food like he used to. And he's critiquing me, and there's a lot of things that he just
maybe because since you've started on your diet and stuff that he's not a aficionado of what you're making.
I haven't changed my recipes. I'm just eating a lot less of it.
Bo, this comes from Steve Spiker, as you well know. I just made a tea time for next week for Kurt and I. I think we should bring the show live that day. So they can all see him give me lessons and beat me at golf. LOL. See? Thank you, Steve, for setting the record straight.
No, I'm telling you, I let Steve win. I've never said I've ever beat him. I've never once said I beat him.
But you taught him. It's like one of those guys that teach a basketball player, football player, something. Now, they're not technically that good at it, but they're a good teacher to share what they can do and should do, like a batting coach or something like that. They're not good batters necessarily, but they make good coaches. So is that what you're really saying?
Well, I will tell you this. I got a buddy, Kyle, and he never hit a golf ball. And within 2 weeks' time, I had him hitting a golf ball. So it is true that I can watch people and figure things out and help him. And then my golf game, well, I don't know that I have a golf game really, but
well, might. So the mayor says, hey, you two, it's too darn cold out. And Kurt has short sleeves, and I put up his cooking. I put up with his cooking. Oh, that's what you're talking about, right? Well, Mayor, I don't know. I like his cooking, really. I know that. And my son will guard for everything down he makes, and it won't be anything left.
He didn't like my soup with the beef in it. He liked it with the chicken. He doesn't like pasta.
See, I would like it better with the beef, too, I think.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
Oh, Mayor, wake up. Get out there in those cold.
But I went over there the other day, and he had some herring. And opened that bucket. His wife was not happy with the smell.
Uh-oh.
But he put a big slab out there, and we enjoyed some herring together.
That's cool.
I try everything. I have no problem with it.
Well, you always say that's the reason why you have a napkin.
That's right. You don't like it, spit it out.
Well, we're rocking this morning. Thanks for all of y'all's wonderful comments. Appreciate that. And Jim, I'll get you his address after the show today. I'll send it to you. Text it to you. So this book, I'm telling you, the book he wrote, it's so in depth, and I've never read anything like it before. It's crazy, the in depthness of that book. See, I do have some smart friends I hang around with occasionally. Everybody, in fact,
Is
everybody.
this the guy that lives in Robeson Ranch?
No, he used to live in Beaumont, but he's in.
What's the writer's name that lives in
Oh,
Robeson?
that's
Sure,
Michael
only
Edwin
back in 10
Q.
seconds.
And he's written a ton of books.
Yep.
He's a best-selling author.
Yep.
But Jim, I think Jim, tell me where you're at again. That's a good song to get your blood pumping this morning. Turn that bass on.
Come on now, get up. Come on, Spike. Come on, DJ. Go shake it up, my brother. I know you are.
Burn, baby, burn.
Just get them hands going. Get a little bit of motion going. Bring it up. Bring it down. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Speaking of Eldorado Chevrolet, if you go to the my Facebook page, you will see the new video that I just released.
And it's under Kurt Chase.
Yep.
KURTC.
I got to figure out how to shift everything over. This technology is speedy. But anyway, if you go to my Kurt Chase Facebook page, you'll see this pickup truck that Eldorado was selling, brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado, $29,945. Now you got to realize that the average pickup truck is 50 grand, roughly, minus a few bucks here or there. And they're selling brand new full-size 2026 Chevy Silverado for $29,945. And the video of one of the trucks is on my Facebook page. And then I go down and I'm going to post today the Colorados mid-size truck, $8,000 off. And it doesn't matter whether it's the Z2, it doesn't matter any of the packages. And I go right up to the grill and you can see all the different packages that are on the Colorados. And I'm going, man, oh man, $8,000 off MSRP. And they don't have that kind of markup in it. But Eldorado is on a mission to clear out, restock 2026s. But there's a lot of people trying to get rid of 2025s. They're rocking with the 2026 models. You've got $5,500 off a Chevy Traverse. And I got to tell you, if you haven't driven a Chevy lately, head to Eldorado, 75 and 380. Meet Jason Long, Michael Albright. Congratulations, new sales manager there at Eldorado Chevrolet. Justin Griffin on the desk. Rusty McDonald on the desk. The staff there is absolutely fantastic.
So what is Jason Long doing anymore? Is he just walk around like a cock of the walk? Like, since he's got all that education?
He's the general sales manager.
I know.
Yeah, he's he got it going on. You know, we sat in his office yesterday and we were talking about reconditioning cost and interest rates and the used car market. And him and I just had a great conversation. His outlook on everything is just absolutely fantastic.
He's always very upbeat, positive person. I've never seen him without that kind of outlook. And what a great guy, great family, great organization there. So, yeah.
And has more hobbies than you and I will ever have in life.
We would never accomplish anything.
Oh, no.
What he can do is astronomical.
Yeah, it won't be long. You know, his roof is going to open up, and he's going to have one of them self-driving helicopters or something come out.
Or one
of
of those, things with the jet pack. He just goes flying out of his house.
He's going to do something. But the place, Eldorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Deer of the Year, and that means a lot. I just say you hear about it and go, okay, whoop-de-doo. No, it is a whoop-de-doo.
Yes, it is.
because they take care of their customers from hello to congratulations, second to none. And I got to tell you, Bo and I were honored. We had a ex-military officer come by and
Yep.
give us some military coins,
And
some
a hat,
hats.
some
Drove all the way from San Antonio
Mhm.
and said, "Thank you very much for getting me in a brand new pick." And then you think how many
At El
Chevy
Dorado.
stores are
Right.
between San Antonio and McKinney?
I would think maybe one. Maybe 100.
Charlie Davis's buddy flew in from Lubbock, Texas, got on a plane because nobody was taking care of him. And he was looking for a hard to find 3/4 ton diesel pickup truck.
Right.
And Jason was like, "Come on." Flew in, picked him up at the airport, put him in a brand new diesel, and he headed back to Lubbock in it. So I've had people from Oklahoma City,
Yeah. Definitely.
San Antonio, Austin, plus all the people here locally. And there's a reason why. It's the way they take care of you when you get your new Chevrolet from El Dorado Chevrolet. Log on now, ElDoradoChevy.com. That's ElDoradoChevy.com. And remember, $29,945 for a brand new Chevy Silverado pickup truck through the end of the month. And I got to tell you, they're selling a bunch of them. The colors are still pretty good. I love that blue, the one that's in the video. That's
That
like
is
my
very
favorite
cool.
color.
Right.
But now they have one called White Sand.
White sand?
And it is beautiful. It's kind of a metallic tan, very, very light. And I pulled up and I saw it and I went, I want that truck. But guess what? The salesman was standing. He goes, "No, the lady just flew in from Midland and bought it."
Every time you want a truck, and I guess God is looking down on Melinda, because every time you see something here lately, it's, well, I'm sorry, we just sold it.
Well,
Like
just
when,
think about it.
when we were at the Buick dealership in Arlington, and they had a couple, 2 or 3 GMC trucks there.
Sold
You want-
everyone that day.
Every one of you, I want that. Oh, I'm sorry, we just sold it. Oh, then I want that. Well, there's people over here about to buy it. It's so funny.
Yeah, we just think this lady, they picked her up, flew in from Midland, Texas
Ah, sweet.
to buy that pickup
Yeah,
truck.
that's
Now, how many Chevy stores are between here and Midland? There's a reason why. It's the way
Yes.
they do business. ElDoradoChevy.com. So I want everybody to pick your head up when you're going out to buy a vehicle. So you got 2 choices. You can go out there and wing it on your own. If you know you got good credit and you know how to negotiate, go kill it. If you don't know your credit score,
But don't
and you
call him
don't know how to
Monday.
negotiate.
Let me finish. Don't call him Monday to see if you got a good deal. Okay, just save us all that situation.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I know, but I don't want them to hear it if they didn't.
So if you don't know, I will help you know, and I'll
Right.
help you through the whole process to get your brand new vehicle. So
Yep.
I will tell you, I'm glad you said that. So Wednesday, I'm driving around and I get a phone call from a buddy of mine. He goes, "Hey, there's some friends of mine that they're buying a vehicle." I said, "Okay." He goes, "Can they talk to you?" "Oh, sure, they can talk to me." So I just happened to pull into a dealership, and the guy calls. He goes, "Hey, Mr. Chase, I was talking to so-and-so and wanted to go over some numbers with you." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And so we're on the phone, and I'm working the car deal in my head. I don't need a pen and piece of paper. And he goes, "Okay, well, I'm buying this. It's $58,000. They're giving me this much for my trade." I said, "Tell me about your trade." And he says, "Okay." And I'm sitting there, and I do have my phone out. And I said, "Do you have the VIN handy?" He goes, "I do." I'm plugging everything in, and I'm like, "Okay, good tires. The vehicle's in good shape. It is. Been in any wrecks?" "No, sir." He said, "I had a little PDR done on the hood. It looks great. It was about $300. No big deal. Super duper." And we're going through everything. So he goes, "What would you do on this?" And so I'm sitting there for just a second. I said, "Well, this is what you should pay for the vehicle. This is your trade. And when you figure all this in, your payment should be based on your credit. I'm going to give you a $20 spread." And there was dead silence.
Good or bad?
It was not good.
Oh boy.
And the wife goes,
Oh.
"So here, this was unbelievable." You know, she said, "So you're just trying to upset us."
Oh, instead of going like, I thought she'd say, look at her husband and say, "I told you so," but no, she went the other way, right?
She goes, "So you're trying to upset us?" I said, "I don't understand what you're saying." And
Yeah, I do that. I'll
know what
do
she
that on
said?
purpose
hang up the phone.
to her husband.
Yeah. So beep, it goes off.
All right.
I get a phone call. My buddy calls me. He goes, "Hey, Kurt, man, oh man, is there a problem?" I said, "What's the problem?"
The same guy, right?
Yeah. And he goes, "I think they're still screaming at each other." And I went, "Well, okay." And so he calls me back, and here's what he goes: "Hey, Kurt, hey, you got a minute?" I'm like, "Who is this?" He goes,
1 minute to commercial break.
"This is the guy that you called. I was in the car with my wife." I'm going, "This is not good."
Oh, they're gonna have a divorce over this numbers.
Here's the thing that helped. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do when we get back. I'm going to tell you how we resolve the situation, which I can't do all the time. When we get back, 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
All right, everybody and everyone, each and every one of you, just really want to say thanks for tuning in this morning and with all your wonderful comments and positivity. We appreciate that each and every Saturday morning. And if you wouldn't mind sharing the broadcast to your personal page, and the way you do that, if you're tuned into us right now, there's a little arrow at the top left-hand corner. You tap that and it'll take you out, but you'll still see us. And then right below it, there's a like button. You can hit the like if you can and will. And then to the right, there's a share button. You hit that share button, and then you can make a comment if you want to. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. But then there'll be a little blue square that says share. You hit that, and that goes to your page. That means the people that are your friends and followers and family, they actually can see that from your timeline, from your page and timeline, instead of you just seeing us on your page. And I know that sounds like a lot of garbage, what I just said, but that's how it works. That way, when people, it will actually be like a post that you would post yourself about something. And so it'll then get into the, what you call an upload or whatever on your page that your friends and family can see it. And then they can dial in and they can see we're here trying to help them. And we help people all over the country. It's not just here in the Metroplex, as Kurt was just saying a while ago. We got people coming from everywhere. I mean, I know there's been people from out of states come and get things from Texas, and he's helped people that are out of state find the location there, wherever they're at, to get them a good deal. Because even though there may be some minor little differences in pricing, it ain't that much. And the trades are going to be probably similar depending on the area that you're at. So there's no reason not that your family or friends, if they're living in Arizona, Arkansas, California, Florida, wherever, can help keep them from having their pockets inside out. So that's what we're here for.
Or just affirm that they're getting a good deal.
Yeah, that's
either way. I mean, there's plenty of people that call me up and go, "Is this a good deal?" I'm
yeah,
like, "No
before
doubt."
they purchase, before
Right,
they,
right,
and
right.
he can lead them to good locations and the type of vehicle they're looking for.
Well, I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink.
That's the big point right there. Boy, that's used a lot nowadays in my comments across the way. I'm going to bring this up, but y'all pardon me, but I have to ask him this question because it's on my mind. So have you seen all of Landman season 2?
We don't watch it anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay, well.
We turned it on the other day when they were at a hotel, and the lady that was bringing in the food was there, and it was just
not good.
Filthy.
All right, then I'll talk to you later about it.
1 minute, we're back from commercial.
I mean,
it's rough.
What is his name? Sheridan?
Yeah.
I mean, he uses the Lord's name in vain 20 times during the show. The F-bomb is the number one use. And I just like,
that's every other sentence.
I don't get it. We were watching, but this last one where he wakes up and there's a lady setting up the breakfast. And I mean, it just went I mean, filthy, way over the
I
top.
know the one you're talking about.
And we just turned it off, and we haven't got back.
You mean after you took that blue pill? That one?
Yeah. And we just didn't go back. And so, you know, we know Tommy got fired and this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
and,
you know what's going on.
yeah.
Right?
My buddy's like, man, did you hear it? I'm like, y'all remember it's not real. Right. My buddy called me, hey, man, can you believe they fired Tommy? I went, oh, okay. Let's just have a memorial.
Well, Purple Haze goes like, Bo, you're not going to believe that, but they say that Sam Elliott's really having a hard time these days. He's barely getting out of that pool. I'm going, what? And then they have the episode of him barely having a hard time getting out of the pool. I'm going, please, this is not reality.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Jennifer. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes.
Carol Sanders, good morning. Dan Gibson, good morning. 214-787-1190 is the number. Okay, before I get into the sponsor, I just want to finish what we're doing. So I get a phone call from a buddy of mine. He says, hey, can you talk to this couple? I talk to the couple. They give me all the numbers over the phone, their trade-in, the vehicle that they bought, and I pulled over, and I'm appraising their car.
Silence.
And so I give them a number, and then they tell me about their vehicle, and I'm calculating this in my head. Okay, they owe this on their car. This is how much you're financing. You got really good credit, yeah. So we just figured the rate about 5%, and I gave them a payment, and it went deadly. I mean, deadly silent. And I went, well, this wasn't good. So anyway, they hung up the phone, and my buddy calls me back, and he goes, hey, this just didn't go well. So he called me back and he's whispering. So I know his wife is somewhere in the house. He's like, hey, Kurt, can we talk? I'm like, sure. Why don't you go somewhere where we can have a conversation? A little odd that you're whispering, like he's in the back of the pantry somewhere behind the canned goods. And so he tells me, and the whole deal is just terrible. The dealer's making about $12,000 on the deal.
Ooh, wow, that's crazy.
Roughly. And I said, you know what? Profit's not a dirty word. You know, you're buying a $60,000 rig. Is making $3,000 too much money? I mean, yeah, $60,000 rig, but you got to figure finance, reserve, everything all in there, blah, blah, blah. So I said, anyway, did you sign the paperwork? And he goes, well, I signed this thing called a law contract, but they said they couldn't cash it, that they were going to shop it, and they put me out on a BVA.
Oh, he got lucky.
There we go.
He got super lucky, didn't he?
So go back right now, hand them the paperwork and the BVA and the keys and say, no, thank you. Just go do it. And then call me when you see their reaction. So he pulls up and he's got the extra set of keys and he goes over to his car and he pulls it around. The salesman comes out and he goes, there's your car. Here's the paperwork. Here's the keys. And he goes, sir, we own that car. He said, you don't own anything because I got the title.
Right.
And I read my borrowed vehicle agreement. And
the deal's over.
My wife hasn't signed the contract. So anyway, he calls me up and he said, you're not going to believe this. And I said, well, I'm going to believe it because I know exactly what just happened.
Exactly.
And he goes, well, they changed this and they changed that. And I told him that, I threw your name out there. My phone's ringing.
Right while he's saying that.
And the dealer's going, Chase, what are you doing? I went, well, hey, buddy, I didn't know you were over there. And he goes, Kurt, you're killing me. I went, no, buddy, this is what I do. So here's the deal. Reconstruct the deal. He goes, I'm not reconstructing anything. I said, look, you don't have her signature. You don't have her information. You don't have the title of that car. And guess what? The title's in her name, you knucklehead. And even if it wasn't, I'm going, come on. He goes, they were happy when they left here. I went, that's fine. They ain't happy now, are they? So anyway, they redid the whole deal. And their payment, get this, their payment, now this doesn't happen all the time, came down $350 a month.
Came down that much? Wow, man. Well, okay, well, there's a good story for you there, folks.
And so she calls me and she goes,
apologize.
She was still mad.
Still mad?
She's like, I just can't believe that all you car guys are so in cahoots on this whole thing. I went, time out. All you car guys. I said, here, let me help you real quick. I don't own the dealership. I wasn't at the dealership. You call me after the fact. and you should be saying thank you that we nipped this thing before it went any further.
Yeah.
So with that, have a good day. And I just hung up. And so my buddy called me back and he goes, I don't even know what to say. And I went, I got to tell you.
He might be wanting to look for another wife.
Oh, no, don't go there. Don't go there.
Maybe he should
But,
get a different signature.
It's tough out there if you don't know, because they had a budget. But then they said, well, here's the deal. I understand where your budget is, but what if we take and go this term and you don't have to put any money down and you can put that money in the bank and work on appreciated assets versus depreciating assets? I mean, same thing I used to tell consumers. When you used to buy a car from me, hopefully you didn't buy a car from me because you didn't get a good deal when I was selling, because I was ugly when I was selling. I didn't care. I took no prisoners. And it's a terrible slang word to use, but it's just a fact.
And thank God he's seen the light.
That's what my mom would tell you. This is I do this now because it's my penance for all the bad car deals.
There's no doubt about that. But
anyway,
you're trying to make it right.
When you get another set of eyes on it, and I told him right when he called me back, it's kind of funny. He's asking me, it's not my car, it's not my money, nothing. How much money can I make on this deal? I said, go talk to them. They're buying it was a $58,000 vehicle after discounts. And I said, go talk to them. And he goes, well, and I said, you're not giving them the incentive money. You've absorbed it. You're way, way, way off on that trade. He goes, yeah, man, I already had that thing sold for another big hit.
Ooh.
I'm sure you did, because, he bought it so far back a book, but the way they presented it and what they heard, and they do very well for themselves, are like, okay, we can do that. Let's go ahead and ink up. And so there's not a lot of people in that position.
Well, there's one thing
to be able to do that. So I went,
right.
Here's the thing. Let me help you out when it comes to your automotive, or at least get another set of eyes on it. How many times have you been to a doctor and then gone to another doctor and found out that
maybe they were more right?
Things were completely different.
Better feeling about what's going on. Well, the one thing about it is I don't think that people really understand what's involved, and I really didn't know until I started working here with you, that there's so many different ways to work a deal. There may be incentives, there may be rebates, there may be trade allowances, or all these things that they know how to construct it to make it look like you're getting a heck of a deal when reality you're not. And that's what Kurt tries to help people see, that if you're not a doctor or a nurse or a dentist or whatever, that you kind of know what's wrong with your teeth.
Well, your wheelhouse.
Exactly.
It's where they stay in your lane.
Yeah. And this is a lane that if you do not completely know, you're going to crash. And we don't want that for you. It's simple as that. And when you finance a vehicle for 48 months, 60 months, 72 now that's out there, I guess even 84 in some cases, you don't want to go that long.
Well, you can't fix your own cavity.
Right. Or operate on your own heart, So what I'm saying is that unless you really know, then you need to know somebody that does. So you don't want to go all those years and have, like want to put a gun to your head because of the deal you made. That's just the bottom line.
He called me up and he goes, I can't believe I just did the math, how much money we saved. He goes, look, I'm going to send you a couple grand. I went, well, you can't do that.
Right.
But I have a school, they just called me, and both the microwaves are shot. The teachers can't warm up their lunch. They don't even have a shredder, which I bought them shredders like 4 years ago. They've already worn them out. Done. I went, beautiful. There we go. We're gonna pay it forward. And I said, do me a favor. He said, what? And I said, why don't you take about a few hundred of that and take your wife somewhere really nice for dinner and get a nice bottle of wine and calm her down.
Give her a massage in the
I said, I got a buddy that's the general manager of Bob's Chop House, and let me get you over there with Keith and let him help you out.
Get her in the back seat of that truck and give her a nice little smooch.
Yeah. Good morning, Chris Frett. Michael Person, good morning.
Hey, Michael.
Candace, one of my favorite all-time.
We need to
people.
do something with her out there at her little.
I told her we'd come out there to the golf cart place and do a show, and she just like
No,
she didn't say no. She just does not respond.
it'd be kind of cool to go out there and do a live little video of us riding around the golf cart.
We could do it from the golf cart.
I know it'd be great as long as the weather's not like this.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd even be better. If we
she's
sat
got
in the
indoors.
golf-
We could do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we could pull it off.
Well, she's got some fancy golf courts. I know that.
That's right. Phone lines are open 214-787-1190. If you got a story, a question, a clean joke, we're good. No dirty jokes. I've had to 86 too many people. I have to keep Larry on high alert. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
She said, no, we wanted it. The showroom is perfect. Yeah, be fun.
Give us a call. You know I'll be out there for you. It was funny. All my old car buddies can't believe that I still talk to Candace. What is she doing now? I said, whatever she wants. You know, Candace, she's large and in charge. Got them beautiful kiddos, and
There you go.
yep. A bunch of our old friends are out in Florida now working.
These are high school friends.
No, we worked together, Dave McDavid.
Oh, okay.
She was our aftermarket salesperson.
Gotcha.
So we'd sell the car, and then she'd go in and talk to them about spoilers and wheels and leather and tint and all the goodies that you could add, and did really, really, really well. And then found out that she liked sushi. We were sushi buddies.
Oh, there you go.
A few of us would go over to Hanasho and have some sushi.
Somebody named Melinda Chase says, "Good morning, fellas."
The Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen has spoken.
The beautiful, beautiful Miss Melinda.
Yepper. You know, I was with an old friend of mine. I showed him a picture of Melinda. You know what he said?
What did you do? How
No.
did you do it?
He goes, "Why?"
Why, you on her part, you mean?
No. Yeah. He's like, "Why?" I said, "Why what?" And he goes, "Why?" I went, "You know what? You ain't that big a boy to be talking smack." He goes, "Well, I tell you, I can outrun you, but you ain't fat no more." I went, "Nice. Real nice. I'm still a little fat, but I'm 38, almost 38 pounds lighter."
Well, it's very noticeable.
Yeah.
Your face is a lot thinner. Your whole and your attitude's a little better too.
You know what's funny is when I put my chin down, I don't have the stuff that comes up around my jowls. My brother actually was asking how I Photoshop a live
Oh,
show. I went, "Boy, you're a real genius."
Yeah, of course. That's funny.
But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when you hold 35 pounds in front of you and realize what you took off your body, it's like, wow.
Off your knees and your ankles and your feet.
Yeah, my wife said I could be fat or bald. I can't be both. So I said, okay, I choose bald.
Oh, there you go. Not a whole lot you can do about that either.
Yeah, I'm
but you
going
can
to get it
take
for that
care
one.
of it.
She really didn't say that. I'm just kidding, so I don't have to step out of the studio and get that look. She did not say that. What a gorgeous day.
Yeah, tonight, though, is going to be a little rough. Going to get about 18, 19
You want to
degrees.
come over and do the polar plunge?
Yeah, right. I just told you a while ago, watching these idiots running around here at 6:30 in the morning, jogging in this kind of weather. I'm going, just put a gun to my head. I mean, I'm not against exercise, but that I don't get. Go ahead.
Man, when you're a runner, it don't matter.
Well,
And once you get to running, it ain't that cold.
it's getting up and getting ready to run would be the biggest problem.
You go in the house, you stretch and do your deal, and then you're off and running. I'm telling you what, there have been a dozen people already run by the studio.
I know, I've seen it. I don't know. I don't get it.
Who's this? Hit me with your best shot.
That is, that's too early in the morning.
Would that be Pat?
Who? Oh, Pat Benatar. Thank you. Help me start with the tip. All I need is a little push.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Hey, this is the deal. I had a buddy meet me out there, and he goes, Kurt, I'm calling BS on this whole thing. I'm coming out. So he met me out at Freeman Toyota right there at 820-183, about a mile south of 183. They got a 2026 Tundra Crew Max SR 4x4, four-wheel drive. No money down. No kidding. No money down, no trade, no security deposit, $375 a month.
That's insane.
He goes, you're telling me? I said, look, cut the baloney. And I've known Brian forever. I said, look, shut your snapper, meet me at the dealership, pick a color in this model. And he goes, and it's four-wheel drive. I said, I'm telling you what, I'm going to smack you when I see you. 4x4 Toyota Tundra Crew Max, $375 a month on a lease, nothing out of pocket, no money down. No security deposit, no cash, no trade down. $375 a month with approved credit. And he just looked at me. He goes, there. I went, okay. Say there's a catch one more time. You're going to catch a left hook. Anyway, yeah, he's taking delivery today. And he was just like, I don't get it. I said, who cares whether you get it or not? Here's the thing. The dealer can do whatever they want. They get the incentivized rate from the manufacturer. They get good residuals, with the Toyota Tundra has a great residual, meaning that the higher the residual, the lower the payment, and they put the deal together. It's just that simple. And when the inventory starts to go up a little bit, Toyota steps in, and then they help out the consumer, and $375 a month, sign and drive, not even a security deposit.
That's insane.
And so anyway, and then you've got 2.9 for 72 months or $3,000 cash back. You take a look at the Tacoma Double Cab. This is another great one, $289 a month on a lease. And a lot of them are leased. A lot of people love to lease Toyota. $209 a month on a Corolla, $289 a month on a Camry LE. Or you can go the other way and finance. They got great finance rates on these vehicles as well, all the way up to 72 months. The place, Freeman Toyota. But here's the cooler thing. This is the deal when it comes to Freeman Toyota. Get more, pay nothing. 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract on all new Toyotas and select pre-owned cars.
7 years?
7-year, 100,000-mile.
Wow.
Free. No charge. 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. And then when your Toyota Care runs out, when you buy a new Toyota, you get 2 years of Toyota Care, where they do all the general maintenance on your vehicle. The third year, Dane Miner, general manager, he's going to do an oil change and tire rotation, no charge, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. So people say, how can he do this? Why? Simple. He wants you coming back to the dealership. He's wanting you to use the service department. So when it's time to trade for your Toyota, he pulls you up in the computer and he goes, wow, there's Bo and Barbara Ann Carver. All the maintenance is done here. We have all the records. We know the car. That's where all the money is. That's the honey hole. It's just the way it works. The place, Freeman Toyota, $375 a month, nada out of your pocket on a new Tundra, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. Get more, pay nothing, always at freemantoyota.com. You got Jerry Patterson, BJ Stankovic, and Dane Miner taking care of your Toyota needs. On the affordable side of the Metroplex, or log on to freemantoyota.com.
And I can tell you right now that people love going there, because when we've been there to do our live remotes, and there's cars ready to get in there early in the morning to get their little service work done. So I know they're good because people go there to get it done.
Yeah, there's times we can't get this on a Saturday morning. We can't pull in the dealership because the line of people,
ready.
But they get them through quick. I mean,
yeah.
If you get in line, I mean,
oh yeah,
they got a dozen service advisors there. They're going to whip you through the service department, no doubt about it.
This shows you how they love going there, because they know they're going to get taken care of, and it just shows the respect they have for Freeman Toyota, and that what Freeman Toyota has respect for them. Great place.
Well, we got a lot coming up for you today. There's a new list out of the most dangerous things to eat and drink in your car.
Oh wow!
For 2025.
Here we go.
Yeah, the list changed a little bit.
I know what my first one right off the bat. We'll get to that later, I guess.
But And the other thing too that was very surprising for me is how many people are looking to get rid of a convertible.
What? Really?
And their message was all pretty much the same.
Don't ever use it?
Nope.
What?
Because we're not having a winter, they know it's going to be an extremely hot summer and not going to be able to get the top down a lot because they're going to be using their air conditioning and blah, blah, blah.
Why do people assume all that? I know that they were saying that, y'all prepare for this winter coming up, the almanac. What they call that?
Farmer's Almanac.
Farmer's Almanac. They said that, man, this is going to kill everybody this winter. And we haven't even had one yet. And
we haven't had rain in what, a month?
That and
2
it's
months?
almost February, and we ain't seen. Well, we've got a couple nights where it's been maybe in the upper teens or low 20s, but not like we've had in the past. So how can they say that? How can they say because we haven't had a winter, we're going to have this hot?
And by the way,
summer?
you're in Texas. We really don't get a winter.
Yeah, and besides that, you don't know what's going to happen. So
anyway, a lot of people are saying, when's a good time to trade a convertible? Whenever you're ready.
yeah,
So many people say, well, January, February, March, bad time, cold weather, don't trade in a convertible. That's just not true.
yeah. What difference does that make?
That's an old wise tale that was made years.
Well,
and
I
years
can see
ago.
the rationality behind it. Like, oh, it's cold. Nobody's going to be out there looking for a convertible. But man, when it gets closer to summer, they're going to be wanting that right away. I get the
Yeah, but how many people are going to have the roof down at 100 degrees with that sun blaring on you?
Well, they're not going to have it down at 20 degrees either. But my point I'm getting at is I see the rationality, but if I was interested in a convertible, that's kind of my mindset, I would think about getting it now. So when the weather turns nice, and we've had some really nice days in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
So I don't know if just now is a good time as any, really.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. Right now, let me tell you what, there's not a bad trade-in. There's not a bad trade-in. And when coming up in the next hour, we're going to be talking about some cars that are really, really, really hot, and it's going to blow your mind. It did mine when I started doing all the analysis and going through the week and doing all the research from the 2025 sales, what was hot, what's not. I was blown away with some of the hottest shopping cars, what people are looking for, what their hot button is. It was like, wow. But then you have to go back and go, well, people are hanging on their cars on average 12 years. I think that number is a little high because you always got to go, whenever you see percentages, go down and look how many people were polled. When you watch any of the political stations, they always say, well, it was 48% to this and 52 to this. Then you look down, 1,200 people polled. Who cares? And they say, here's what Americans are saying. And yes, they're Americans, but it's very, very deceiving what you're hearing because you always look at the poll numbers and what a whole lot of people they talk to.
All right.
What do you got? 350 million people here in the United States, and they polled 1,200, and it's changing the world. That's the way you got to go. Baloney. But
I'm not a big poll truster.
When I saw how many people were inquiring about these cars, there were thousands, not 1,200, not a couple, thousands of people. When you get with these different companies and you look at their search engines and you start looking at what people are looking for and what they're looking to spend, it was wild.
So when are you going to surprise us with that information?
I don't know, maybe next week.
We went over commercial break.
All right, let's take a quick break. Top of the hour, 214-787-1190. We'll be right back.
All right.
And everybody needs to like and share the show. And the big thing is, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Last week, we didn't have any subscribers.
Yeah, we need your help. We need to get this.
We need to boost that channel.
Yeah.
We had over 100,000 people go and view the videos, over 4,000 viewed hours. We want to boost those numbers because you know what? The more people that watch it and the bigger boost it gets and the more people that are watching, we're helping a lot of people. These last couple of weeks, usually in January, because we're coming off of Christmas and people are tired and they spent all their money and maxed out their credit cards, that they're not buying cars. Well, I got to tell you, they are buying cars. And it's amazing what they're buying. and the kind of money they're spending. Because a lot of people say, no, we're just not going all out for Christmas this year. We're not going to do this and get crazy. And a lot of them are buying automobiles, so it's different. It's different times. So be sure to subscribe and then share and share the radio show, because there are people out there that are getting a lot of great deals, and there's a lot of people that are not getting good bucket of bolts and not getting good deals. And we want to make sure before they go, it's just like in the NFL, it's mandated, there's a fine if you don't get your ankles taped.
Oh, really?
Either whether you're playing or not.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gets taped up. Everybody gets suited up, and they put on the right equipment, and they make sure everything's working, and get ready for the game. And
Purple Haze always goes
car, you need to.
Yeah, Purple Haze always goes like, aren't they wearing a lot less equipment nowadays than they used to? Remember the shoulder pads were big, and
now they're not wearing knee and leg pads.
Thigh pads. A lot of the wide receivers look like they're almost wearing shorts.
Yeah,
half the time. I don't know how they. No wonder they get injured so much. They're out there with a lot less gear on.
Yep.
Man, I don't get it.
Yeah, their knees and stuff hitting the deal. I don't get it.
But
if you think about it, in college, every lineman has to wear knee braces.
Yeah. Well, that's good, though.
You don't have a choice. You have to be out there on the field braced up. And so why they don't mandate the knee and thigh pads when you have that kind of investment?
It's kind of like those people that I see riding bicycles, and they're all suited up, man, like they're ready for the Tour de France.
Oh, yeah.
And they're barely riding. It's about looking good, baby. When I'm out on that football field, I want them to see my thighs and my, body out there while I jump for that pass.
Man, I remember wearing a coach's short and the knit half crop jerseys.
Yeah.
Man, I was in. Well, you say if you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Well,
so
well, there's going to be some exciting games coming on this weekend if you're an NFL follower.
Yep.
I believe today, this afternoon, I think about 2:00 is Buffalo and Denver in Denver. And then is it who's the other game?
The Rams.
The Rams
and Seattle.
And is Seattle at the Rams or the other way around?
No, it's
no, they'll be in Seattle because Seattle's.
Well, wait a minute. Who the 40? No, it's the 49ers in Seattle.
Yeah, 49ers. But they'll be in
the
Seattle.
Rams play Chicago.
And that's tomorrow.
Right.
So we got tomorrow's games too. Will be Houston and the worst possible place you could have a football game, which is up in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Who did Houston play last week?
They played Pittsburgh. Wait a minute. Yeah, I believe it was that black and gold team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they sure put out a bunch of videos and, all these songs and music, and the worst playoff game of Aaron's career. And his last play that he left the field on was a pick six.
Yeah.
And you know what? I like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
say what you want, that, he's cuckoo, all the stuff, that he was crazy and he was doing this and he was seeing shamans and all the dumb things. You know what? What a great quarterback Aaron Rodgers is. He had to sit on the sidelines and play in the shadows of Brett Favre. And he come out of there, and the guy, what is he, the number 4 or 5 all-time passer? And you know what?
And everybody seems to really like him. It's like you saw those players after the game was really, giving him the big hug and all that kind of stuff. So he's very well liked in the league. I can tell you that. But I'll tell you one thing, that Pittsburgh team took a spanking.
That defense for Houston is
they're the number 1 team in the league, not just in AFC. They're bad to the bone, and they've got a tough road to hoe tomorrow. But
if that quarterback, he looked like a high school quarterback the first.
He looked as bad as I've ever seen him play.
I could not believe how bad he looked, but now he's got to really, really step up and support that defense.
Well, I think that score against Pittsburgh, if he had been on top of his game, would have been 45-3.
Yep.
But he just made
bad decisions. My son goes, take the under and go with Houston. I mean, he hadn't missed a game yet.
What's the under? I mean, what's the, the total number points?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Well, I haven't looked at the games today. I'm talking about the Pittsburgh-Houston game.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Are you ready for the show? I said, are you ready for the show?
Did he get that right?
Huh?
Did he get that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Travel on this one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you've been, sometimes you stay, sometimes you turn your back to win. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore. Where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. Even hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today.
I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Turn up the fireplace, get you some wood, get it going, put on an extra layer, stay healthy. And thanks for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Good morning, my buddy Billy Taylor.
Oh, good morning, Billy.
I've known Billy for many years. One of the great guys from the great city of Irving, Texas. Thanks for hanging out and joining us. Everybody that's joined us on Shifting Gears and YouTube and LinkedIn and all the different spots where you're joining us, we want to thank you. Be sure to share and like, and also subscribe to the Automotive Edge YouTube channel. We need subscriptions. We need people to join us. We need people to share it. This is going to be a huge year in the auto industry, huge year. Everybody's making their adjustments now. I was at Grapevine Dodge yesterday. I saw a 2026 gas engine Challenger on the showroom floor.
How about them apples? And I saw the photo of it, and it's bad to the
bone. Bad to the bone. The new CEO for Stellantis is rocking and rolling and doing the change that need to be made. And luckily, they got rid of Sergio. What a disaster he was for Stellantis. And all the manufacturers are coming back with, remember Storm and Norman? Remember that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Storm and Norman, baby.
That's right. So anyway, things are going to be fantastic for the 2026 for the auto industry, largest employer in the world that needs to be good. And we want to make sure that you have a leg up when you're going to buy a car, shop for a car, whatever the case may be. So share the YouTube videos. Be sure to subscribe and then share the show where people know they have somebody there to help them with their automotive needs. This segment of the show is brought to you by the great folks over at Classic Kia Carrollton. Right now, they got 0 APR on the 2025 Telluride. On the EV9, $14,000 off. 0 APR on the hang on one second. Make sure to go real quick there. 0% APR on the Sorrento. And then you got 0.9% on the Sportage, 0.9% on the Sportage Hybrid, which is unheard of. And from sales to service, 0% APR on the Telluride. The 25 Tellurides, they got a good amount. The new 26s will not be out until February. And it is a total redesign. But here's the thing. It's not going to hurt the Telluride at all going from one design to the other because the Telluride has been just a marquee for Kia. But then it comes down to who and where do you get your Kia? Real simple for us, Classic Kia Carrollton. Jesse Hull, managing partner. I've known for many years, and I've made some introduction for him where when one of the dealerships got sold, I knew a place for him to go. Made the call, and because of the quality person that he is. And him and his lovely wife, they were all in with Mr. Durant and said, yeah, we want in. And now he's a managing partner. Then he brought in Alan Glover as general manager, and they got it going. They have got this thing cooking on peanut oil, and they're going to take care of your Kia needs. From sales to service and everything in between, go to ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. And take a look at all the great incentives and discounts. The Kia Soul's going away. That inventory is starting to diminish. So if you'd like to have one of those, jump over. I think you got about 16, 18 of them left. But let me just tell you, they have that Kia K4. You're looking for a great car, 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, under $25,000. That's in my top 10 by far. And then you have the Kia K5, the Sportage, the Carnival. I had another buddy brought his family out and drove home in a new Carnival. He goes, "Hey man, can they take that name off the vehicle?" And then he drove it and he owned it. He goes, "I don't care what it says on there." That's one of the reasons why you need to go out and spend the time driving a new Kia. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. So, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. So I was doing a lot of research on what consumers were looking for and what is the hot button, what are they staying away from, what were their thoughts prior to, and now because of the marketplace, what are they looking for? And so I reached out to a bunch of my different friends in the auto industry that do a lot of the web searches. They keep up with all the different programs and what's going on and who's buying what, the whole 9 yards. And I was blown away. So if you know, when you go to the sites, you can put in any make or model and colors and all this. And then you have that little thing that slides back and forth for how much you want to spend. And then below that is mileage. And can you guess where they were putting the mileage bar at? So you can go 0 to 250,000 miles, where they were putting that mileage bar.
Where were they putting the price?
Don't worry about the price.
Okay. 50,000.
160,000 miles.
That's what they were putting down, that they'd be good to go.
0 to 160,000 miles. I was blown away. And now these dealers, they've caught on to it, and they're not sending nothing to auction unless that thing is just a beat up old bucket of bolts. They are reconditioning that car and selling them. And one of the big things is the Hondas, the Toyotas, the Mazdas, diesels. They are buying up these cars.
Well, these vehicles nowadays are so well made and just got such I don't know, longevity to them, that I see that. I mean, I'm driving a Expedition right now. It's got 250,000 miles on it and still running great and doing good. So people are not afraid of that.
Yeah.
Especially, probably depends on what they're doing it for. If they're like buying a vehicle for their student son or daughter, or they're going to be going back and forth to work and, not too many miles down the road, I get it. I mean, I'd be the same way.
Well, I got to tell you, when I started,
that shocked you a little bit, though, huh? You were figuring what, maybe 75 to 100,000 at the most?
Well, I would have capped it like 110,000 miles, 120, somewhere in there. But when I saw 160, and then I looked at how many people were in that category, but there was a certain makes and models that people believe that if the car's been taken care of, 160 is not that bad. And then when you look at the price adjustment, when you put in 160, even if you don't put in a price and you hit go, it's going to start posting all these cars. The kicker is, be careful. Be very, very careful where you're buying that vehicle. They've got a half a dozen guys. I was watching their videos the other day that were going out and looking at cars and going, the pictures that you saw online were not the pictures of what it looked like when you got there. And the other thing was that he goes, well, hang on a second here. It's showing this mileage, but this thing had service on it and had 60 more thousand miles on it. And they're all just standing there staring at him. They're not saying anything. And he goes, so what happened to the mileage? And they just kind of look at each other and look at him.
It's kind of like a dating app. You get these really good, hot-looking babes that you see there, and then you go out on a date with them, and you go like, uh-oh, something's wrong here, right?
Yeah. So, here's the thing. A lot of dealerships out there are keeping the older cars because people are wanting them. We know that technology has advanced these automobiles, and I would say moving from 2010 is when we saw the big turn in the auto industry, where everything started becoming more micromanaged, meaning microchips. And a lot of stuff was running, computer based, where, you weren't doing anything with carburetors, and you weren't, doing your own alternators, and you weren't doing your own serpentine belts, and you weren't doing your own radiator flushes. Everything was getting better and better, and then you bought your extended warranties and you bought your service contracts, and the dealers were doing them. And so when you have cars that they say, well, hang on a second here, we got the report on this thing, we service this car, or we know how this car was serviced, and people are having a good peace of mind about that. But when I was talking to everybody, they said, where are you at? And after the second person told me that they're pushing that mileage out to 160, I was like, holy cow. I've never, I can tell you this, in my 38 years, I have never had anybody go, hey, can you find me a good car around 160,000 miles? Never.
Well, they may be doing that now.
And so, but they stick with Honda,
Sure.
Toyota are their top choices. And then they go Mazda, which, they have one of the best motors and transmissions out there. And then they go diesels, whether it's a Volkswagen, there's very few cars that have diesel motors in it, but then they pickup trucks. I had one 276,000 miles on the diesel truck. This thing was nice, and he was a hotshot driver and wound up buying it. So it's a whole different matrix out there. But when you get up to the higher mileage, you have got to get that second set of eyes on that vehicle. You got to get it, and be careful that you're not pulling up some shady building and they just stand there smiling at you no matter what you ask. 214 787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back. Good morning, Charlie Davis, my brother from another mother. I was just talking about you the other day. I took and picked up Raymond Sweet, and we went and met my brother and had lunch. We hung out with him for the day. He told me to tell you hello.
How about that?
Yep. Been spending a lot of time with my buddy Raymond.
That's sweet.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm over here trying to hang myself. I was going to hook up, maybe play a song or two here. We get down the road a little bit.
Wow.
See if you can figure out who it might be.
Yep. Well, I got a few more things for the studio on the wall. You didn't notice them, did you?
I haven't had a chance to. I've been too busy really working.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, folks, let's hold that thought.
Yes, sir.
That's a real pat on the back. I don't know why.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
And I found some more oil cans.
Well, I see that. There's Texaco. That's a
one's
good
new
one.
and that one's
Yeah.
new.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we're getting
Those look really good.
more stuff found and sent to it.
Yeah. We need them.
So it says, Mike Persone says, I can't stop looking at Kurt said the logo behind him makes it look like he has ears. Okay.
It does. Rabbit ears.
There we go.
Look at that. That's perfect. Look at that.
I got it.
love it,
Hey,
man.
hey, way to go,
That's
Mike.
fantastic. Thanks for bringing that up, Michael. That's
It's
fantastic.
like being at Disney and having on Mickey Mouse ears.
Here it is. Beautiful. Let's see if I can figure it. I like that here. I'll play something funny here if I can find it here. First
Thanks, everybody. Be sure to share and like. Good morning, my buddy, Steve Briggs. Hey, Steve, I'm going over right after the show to look at the Suburban. Called a guy. He told me it was spotless, clean, jammed up, jelly tight, and
beside the road shop.
It's right next to a dealership that I have to go look at a Expedition. So I'll put some eyes on it and call you right away. And if it's clean, I would shoot over and get it, because that one there is priced better than anything I've seen in the marketplace. Don't know why, but there is nobody with a price near what he's selling that for. Nobody, unless it has higher mileage. So,
you got to check this out here. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, there's a man laying beside the road shot.
What's the address?
211 Eucalyptus Street.
Can you spell that? Ma'am? You still there?
I'm going to drag him over to Pine Street, and I'll call you right straight back.
911. What?
We'll drag him over to Pine Street because I can spell that. I can't spell eucalyptus. I love that one.
That's outstanding.
I'll call you back after I drag him over to Pine Street. Beautiful, man. Some greatness stuff on that. Some of those reels. Well, you send me stuff all the time that's hysterical.
Oh my gosh, I've sent you a couple of videos.
I know I may have them.
Tears.
Some of them I might be
Just
able,
had me in tears.
I might be able to play some.
You know, one thing that I don't like
what's
is
that?
I don't like all this AI stuff they're putting on there with all the dancing and superheroes and all that stuff.
Is that it? Is
What?
that the one you did?
Seconds to commercial.
No,
Okay.
it's Ram.
2 seconds till we're back from commercial. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, all this AI generated spots. I got a buddy Mark that's doing a bunch of it. And he needs to stop. It's just dumb.
Well, it's taken away reality. And you spoke about 2 weeks ago about how young adults, high school kids or whatever, like 60 or something percent was having relationships with an AI. Did
Yeah.
you tell me that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, they have an AI relationship. Gloria. Yeah, Gloria. You're on the run, Gloria. Ron Swain. I know where
Pine Street
Pine
is
is
in
in
Beaumont.
Beaumont.
I know exactly where it is. I've been down that street a million times.
Yeah, 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs. And I got to tell you, this was a huge week for me, going out and spending so much time at dealerships. I was, boy, did I hit a bunch. And it's amazing what some of these dealerships are doing to get rid of inventory. But here's the thing. It's not all 25s. You get a lot of 26s that are on sale right now, along with the 25s, great APRs. I mean, they are moving. Get this, 2026 Ram Limited. 2026 Ram Limited at Grapevine Dodge, right there at 121 of William D. Tate, 20 grand off MSRP, 20 grand. A 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie, 18,000 off MSRP, and a 2026 Ram Lone Star, $15,000 off MSRP. And then you got the 2500 Laramie, 15 grand off, the 2500 Lone Star, 12,500 off, and then the Tradesman, $10,000 off on the 2500s, the big bad boys. And it gets better. I mean, it just continues to get better when you look at their line of Jeeps and the Pacifica. The place, Grapevine Dodge, totally remodeled. They took this thing down to the concrete and rebuilt this dealership, and it is so family friendly. And plus, my sister-in-law, who works there, makes the best scones in the world. If you haven't had a good hot scone, you're missing it. So they set up this refreshment area, the TVs, the private areas, places to work on your computer, workstations, lounges. I'm telling you, they have made this thing second to none when it comes to being able to relax, take it easy, shop, go through inventory. They got plenty of the models on the showroom floor. If it's cold outside, you can take a look at the models that are in the dealership. The place, Grapevine Dodge, 121 of William D. Tate. Go to grapevinedodge.com right now. That's Grapevine Dodge, 20 grand off a 2026. Wow. Boy, you have negative equity, it's gone. Unless you got a bunch, it's gone. If you need a vehicle with no money down, maybe you got some credit issues and the bank wants to book it out and see where you are, go to Grapevine Dodge. And take a look at the new 2026 Blue Challenger on the showroom floor.
Ooh.
That belongs in my garage. 100% it belongs. That Scat Pack belongs in my garage. 100%.
And there was a question about the fact how's it compared to the Hemi? Because it's not a Hemi engine, right?
No, it's twin turbo, and it's a machine. That thing will rock.
They're not going to call it a Scat Back for nothing.
Yeah. The place, go see my buddies, Shane Peck. you won't meet a nicer guy. He can help you and get you with the right salesperson, and he's going to be the one taking care of all your financing. It's Shane Peck over at GrapevineDodge.com. That's GrapevineDodge.com. So coming up at the top of the hour, we have the worst possible things that you could be eating or drinking while you're driving, and the top 7 reasons for distracted driving. Top 7 reasons for distracted driving. I was kind of blown away. I didn't believe it.
This will be
And some of it, I went, no way. But when I started doing some research, there was some consistency there, and I went, I don't get the distracted driving thing. And well, let me share this. The new Mazdas, I'm going to be posting the pictures just as soon as we get off air. I just got them in from the new CX-50, one of them that's on the showroom floor. And when I was talking to Jason Lawing, Mazda wants you to know that they really dummied down their interior, where you don't see a bunch of buttons and knobs and switches and adjustments, and you don't. When you open up that CX-50 that's sitting on the showroom floor there at Eldorado Mazda, you get in it and you look around and you see luxury, comfort, great visibility, and you don't see all of these buttons.
So now
everywhere.
easeability.
Yeah.
Because that's a real pain in the shorts with all the buttons and everything they got going.
I'm telling you, Mazda has simplified their dash.
Awesome.
So distracted driving will not be an issue with these new Mazda. Go see Tommy Melton over there at Eldorado Mazda. Just sit in that one on the showroom floor. You're going to fall in love. It's got that dark blue with the saddle leather. Oh, son of a gun. And Mazda is really, really turning the corner. Not only as they've always built one of the best motors and transmission, everything around it is falling in line and has been in line. And I tell people it's amazing when I say, hey, go look at the Mazda. They go, Mazda?
Well, Mazda's taken the attitude, and they certainly have done it to be a luxury vehicle. I mean, all the dealerships have changed and upgraded their locations, and they're serious about making sure you understand that they are a luxury vehicle.
Yep.
And until you drive one, you'll probably not think it that way, but go check it out.
Yeah, if you want to know where to go, who to see, what to do when it comes to your automotive needs, how to buy a car, how to buy a used car, getting service, whatever, go to theautomotiveedge.com. That's theautomotiveedge.com. And just leave me your name and number. I'll call you right after the show, and we'll make sure your automotive needs are taken care of.
And we have a QR code that's on our live stream that's right above the left side of my head. And all you got to do is picture that. It'll take you right to it. Simple.
Yep. You know, I've been out. My buddy Steve Briggs, who's tuned in, boy, he really opened my eyes looking for a Tahoe or a Suburban.
Oh, really?
How much they are bringing in today's market.
Well, there you go.
Wow. I am blown away. And then it was weird that I had 2 more people after Steve contacted me, him and his wife, saying, hey, we want, and all 3 of them want white. And they all have different budgets, and we're trying to match them up. And then Steve's wife found a really nice one, and I did look at that, and I didn't do anything because I had a deal pending on it, but apparently the deal didn't go through, and it's still listed, so I'm going to go by there and take a look at it. But those Tahoes, Suburbans, Escalades, Expeditions, Sequoias, Armadas, man, those things are doing really, really well in the pre-owned market. I mean, really well, even with high mileage. I'm just blown away by when I'm booking these things out and looking at them going, my goodness, these things are bringing money. And the thing about it is, one thing is they're going up because gas is going down. I saw gas the other day, $2.19 a gallon.
It's creeping around that $2 mark, and that's fantastic. And I've always said that that's a big factor in what helps people's income or not. I mean, if gas is like $4 or $5 a gallon, they're choking people out.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're going to see the prices of food come down because now they can transport it cheaper.
Right.
And Charlie Davis probably knows that as good as anybody. You know, he hauls seafood all around the
country,
across the strait.
right.
I think from New Mexico and back and forth. And his fuel prices have come down. And when fuel prices are coming down, then shipping goes down. It becomes more affordable, and it's going to take a little time. I am so sick and tired of people going, well, you know, he's been in there for a year. Well, he's taking care of what was screwed up for 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years of destroying the economy. And give me a break. He's really doing a lot of great things in there, whether you like him or not.
Ronnie Swain said it was $1.89 a gallon last week. So yeah, you're seeing it. There's a real desire.
$1.89, man. I need to go see
I'm
Ronnie
gonna have to go
Swain.
to Alito to get my gas.
Great price in Alito.
No kidding.
Yeah, I paid $2.19 the other day. Was the best I've seen. Now it's gone up a little bit, $2.25. You know, but it's still, who cares? I mean, it's still a phenomenal price.
Well, when I can fill up a Purple Haze's car for $20 and get 500, almost 400 and something miles out of it, that helps.
Steve's wife said she paid $1.99. They're down in Waco.
Wow, look at that!
Yeah, how about that? You gotta
Beautiful.
like it. So 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. We got so much to cover today. I'm telling you, when I spend all this amount of time in with the dealers and appraising cars and meeting consumers, and you know, I got that magical question yesterday. A lady asked me how I make my voice sound like it sounds.
He uses a special machine. He really talks like this, but it lowers his voice, and it really helps him a lot during the show.
I told her I have a special implant in the back of my throat, and she goes, "Can I see it?" I went, "Ma'am, I don't have a special implant."
Oh boy!
She goes, "How do you make your voice do that?" And I went, "I kind of one of them tough questions." I'm like Ron Washington. I do what I do, what I do. There we go. Quick break. When we get back, we got a whole lot for you. Don't go away. Stay with us. Who sings this? Come on now.
I don't know.
Come on. Fleetwood Mac, brother. Little Stevie Nicks.
I don't
Come
know
on.
That song sucks.
Wow. That was really rude.
I know. I like Fleetwood Mac, but I don't know that song. Like you don't know Fort Worth Ever Crossed Your Mind.
Play it. That is so dumb.
What, Fort Worth Ever Crossed Your Mind?
Just because you like it doesn't mean everybody's heard it. Okay,
right.
Everybody on Facebook, Bo, don't say a word. How many of you heard George Strait, Fort Worth Never Crossed Your Mind?
Does Fort Worth ever cross your mind?
Does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? Now, come on. That was never a big George Strait song.
You're absolutely nuts, dude.
You got to be kidding me.
There we go.
I don't get it.
Let me get out of the commercial here. Come on, baby.
Man.
One of my golden oldies right here.
Yeah,
Golden Old. That's right. That's because it's a hit.
Oh, Fort Worth Bear. Yes, ain't no good for jealous. I tried at night after night.
What am I song?
You're in someone else's arms, and that's Fort Worth ever cross your mind. Darling, while you're busy.
See, that's the only reason that he likes it, because he knows the word.
Burn one for me if you get time.
What do y'all think about that?
It's good memories don't fade so easy.
Okay,
That's Fort Worth ever cross your mind.
There you go.
Okay, now I remember the song, but what was that, 1980?
What does it matter? What if it was in 1890?
What,
It was
golly,
one of his
Stevie
biggest
Nicks has
hits
been
ever.
around way longer. One of her top hits.
I don't know. That's not one of the top hits. Melinda Chase goes, absolutely, she knows that song.
Wow, go figure.
Yeah, your own wife.
The old females all chime in for Bo.
Ron Swain says, me a week ago, Kurt, it was on his top 50 album. There you
You know
go.
what?
Thank you, Ronnie
The
Swain.
guy at my job just got in trouble for saying female. I didn't know you couldn't say that anymore.
Ken, what?
Say
Say
what?
what?
He said female, and he literally got in trouble for saying female.
Who's got in trouble for that?
One of my coworkers, like we're in a group meeting,
Right.
like you can't say that. You have to say women.
Okay, whatever.
was really weird.
I completely throw my hands up. Okay. That's
Oh, you can't. When can we not say that?
well, you'll have to call the LGBTQ community and see how they got that squared away, because that's insane, dude. I mean, it's getting to where he's so politically correct. It makes
He said female at work, and there was a problem. I'd
Yeah.
be working somewhere
he could
else.
not say, yeah, I'd be going like, adios, I'm out of here.
You know, if you look at that hearing the other day, the senator asked the doctor, and OBGYN said, what is a female? And she couldn't answer. And he goes, can men have babies? And she said, well, you know, the way you're asking the question, I went, oh my gosh, just gong her.
So irritated by that.
Yeah, just bring the hook out and pull her right out of the hearing. You know, like they did on the Gong Show.
First of all, she should be removed of her license if she can't answer a question
Yeah,
like
and he
that.
said, I want to know if men have babies. She said, well, that's a complicated question. And he goes, you're a doctor. I am.
Yeah,
He said, have you ever
questioning
had
that.
a male patient come in that could have a baby? And she goes, you know, I think that's a politically motivated question. And the Democrats brought her in. Go figure. I went, stop all that.
Yeah.
God created us equal, but there is XY and XX, period.
Well, if you don't know that, then I question your sanity. Come on, people, wake
Yikers.
up. Ridiculous.
You know, put God in your life and everything will be better. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. You know, actually, I had a lady said, you know, I think your ending is of your show. You need to change it. And I said, here, let me help you real quick. No, tune into another show.
About God and
Because I would
family?
just tell you, I live by the 3 F's: faith, family, and fellowship. And if that's not in your wheelhouse, here's the cool thing: turn it off. Don't listen. I don't care. I will not negotiate my faith, my family, and my fellowship. I won't. So if you don't like it, don't listen. That's the cool thing about America is you don't have to. You choose what you listen to.
Female. Female.
Unbelievable.
Wake a few people up.
Perfect.
Hey, let's go to the phone lines. We have our buddy Ralph Paul on the line with us. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I went by your the store. We have Ralph Paul, the owner, your CBD store, Keller.com. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. It is a brick and mortar, but the .com, you can go online, you check it out. They ship for free. I was by there, and I spent about 45 minutes with Jeremy. I actually went to the store, and Ralph, I called him and went, hey, I'm at your store. There's nobody here, and I got customers. Lo and behold, he's got a camera. He's got a camera, and he turned it on. He goes, you're pulling my leg. I went, yeah, I am. So your new product is out. I got a bottle of it. Talk about it.
Well, along with that, I got a gym membership and I got a personal trainer. And, I asked this personal trainer, I said, which one of these machines would really kind of help me impress my wife? And she looked me right in the eye and she said, the ATM.
Of course.
Nice.
So that goes along with our GLT, which is non-synthetic, reduces hunger and cravings. It's plant-based, and we're having some real success with it. And I'm assuming that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, I went
right?
in there and I asked Jeremy, and he goes, nope, Ralph sold one guy 6 bottles of this, and we're out.
Yeah.
But luckily the shipment came in, and I looked in it, and it had orange extract, lemon extract, and one other product. He goes, it only has 3. And then he broke down how it changes how your stomach is craving food, and then how your brain it's working with your stomach, going, I'm really not hungry. We don't have to eat. We're okay. The body's doing well, and it was very, very impressive, the knowledge. And I always tell people, don't go by what you hear or rumors or anything else. Talk to the people that know. And Jeremy is about as well rehearsed as anybody in the business to go, let me tell you about it. It's got 3 ingredients, and here they are. And I went, wow. And they all come from fruit or plant, and that's it.
Exactly. And again, it's no synthetic colors or flavors. It's sugar-free, gluten-free, non-GMO. Okay, all those things. Doesn't have any gelatin. So it has all the good stuff. And again, all of our products have a QR code on it, so you can see all the lab reports. If you go to the main website, it gives all the information and so forth. And again, if you just give us a call, our staff is so knowledgeable about all this, and kind of interesting. Hey, here's an interesting fact. We were at the Le Bistro last night. That's one of your favorite places.
Yep.
And they're going to be start to sell our seltzers.
Really?
Ooh. I got to say something about that. So Purple Haze, you know who that is, right?
Yes,
Ralph?
sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
she had trouble sleeping at night.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, why don't you try an island time, about a half an island time? And she did.
Right.
And she went to bed and said she slept better than she had in days.
Yep.
Those seltzers are
Yep.
workable and they help. And she loves them. And
Yeah.
she said that really
Absolutely.
put me to the relaxing state to where it relaxed my mind and my body to where I slept really good.
Yep.
So,
100%.
and I know you have a lot of items there that help people sleep other than that. So you can tell them about that as well, I guess.
Yeah, we have about 5 different gummies in order to help people sleep. The interesting thing is I have 3 golfing buddies, and each one does a different gummy, and one doesn't work for the other. So, usually when people buy one of our products, we usually give them another one as a sample. And we have probably the 2 most popular are the 111, which Melinda likes. And then we have the Delta 8 product. And then we have a Delta 8 Max. And those are probably the 2 most popular and seem to be the most effective.
Yep. And it's not about the high, it's about the health. My wife takes that Brain Boost. She is a number cruncher. And you walk in her office, you can barely see her beautiful face because she's buried in paperwork. And about 1, 2 o'clock, she'll have a half a Brain Boost. And boy, it just kicks in, and she is off and running with focus. She's not high. Obviously, she can't do her job high. It's all about the focus. And that's one thing that I've always been impressed with is I've been into a bunch of places. It seems like they're more of a head shop than a CBD store. Because some of the people go, well, how high do you want to get? And I don't want to get high. I want to get healthy. And the products that you have, that's what you're designed to do. You're designed to help people with their functionality. And I can tell you, I know a dozen people that got off of meds and are now taking CBD on a regular basis, and 3 of them are family members that you ship to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been such a great journey helping people. And, we're in the 4th quarter of our life, and we get a lot of satisfaction with just helping people. So, my wife and I worked there last Saturday, and it was just a joy to see all of our regulars and so forth.
Just don't give us.
Be there this afternoon. Go ahead.
Just don't give us the 2-minute warning. It's in the 4th quarter. Just don't say, hey, well, it's the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Ralph, I want to clear something up because I found a dozen people that I know that are taking CBD, and on Facebook, a lot of the company that distributes your product and creates your product, SunMed, they're all over Facebook with coupons and discounts and everything. They need to contact you because you ship for free. They don't. And take a look at all the discounts and everything through your store. So if you go to yourcbdstorekeller.com, yourcbdstorekeller.com, and have a conversation with you, because a lot of them are like, oh, well, we didn't know. And I went, well, you get the exact same products here locally and you guys ship for free.
Absolutely. Absolutely. More than anything, we want to educate you on how much to take. There's so many variables. So we'd like to educate you on what to take. You know, my wife and I were at the sunflower shop the other day, and they had a little section about CBD and so forth. And, you know, there's really nobody there to explain it or to identify it. And, you know, that's what we really pride ourselves on, is educating you. And
your wife
it's been a real cool journey.
Well, your wife is a retired nurse, so she knows a lot about
Correct.
health and everything that goes with that. And when someone talks to each one of you, you're so knowledgeable that it's not, you have a lot of history of what works and doesn't work for certain type of people, and educating them in the right direction saves a lot of headache and time and keeps them on a path of success instead of saying, this ain't working, I'm throwing it out, not going back. So that's the importance of that dialogue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So give us a call. It's free.
Yep, go to yourcbdstorekeller.com. That's yourcbdstorekeller.com. And I got to tell you,
1 minute to commercial.
it's changed my life, my baby sister, my aunt, my brother, and on and on. But you meet great people helping you. You know, we have our homes, we have our cars, but if you don't have good health, all that doesn't matter. Ralph, thank you so much, brother. I'll see you later today at the store. That's yourcbdstorekeller.com. Log on now, make the phone call, have the conversation, and kick off your 2026 right way. Be good, Ralph. We'll see you soon.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good one.
You bet. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. 214-787-1190. When we get back, we got some great information for you here on the show. Don't go away.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Who's this?
That's
Come on now.
I want to say Blondie, but
Nope.
I don't know.
Come on now. She got white hair.
I know. I see her face and everything. I can call her. All right, tell me. I'm
Come
lost.
on.
I can't. I'm constipated.
Wow.
All right, let's see. See if I can get this one for you.
Larry, tell him who that was. Okay, never mind. Don't say him. The first name starts with an A.
Annabella?
Annie.
Annie Lennox.
There you go.
Thank you. So I just need a little help, dude.
What's the name of her group?
Annie Lennox Band.
Oh, boy.
Let's see if I got something.
I thought she had one of the best. Well, look at Melinda, Eurythmics.
Early morn, the taxi's waiting.
Oh, what a great song.
He's blown his horn.
What a great song.
Already I'm so lonesome
I know you
I
gotta know who
die.
Yeah, I gotta know who that is, sir.
So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me.
One of the greatest voices ever.
Ever. Like you
A super song.
let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane.
He actually left his life on a plane. It wasn't a jet plane.
Yep.
Trying to fly his little self-made plane out there in Colorado. You know, that's how he passed.
I thought he was going down the ski slopes.
No, I think he was trying to take off in a plane. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, that's the great John Denver.
You know what's funny? Last night, we're at DeVivo Brothers having dinner with my brother and sister-in-law. And he said one of the greatest voices and songwriters was John Denver. And then you played that song.
No doubt. He is smooth as silk, great talent that was.
Because everybody
gone way
remembers
too
him
soon.
from Rocky Mountain High.
Oh, yeah, that was a huge song, but so many other songs. You know, sometimes we pigeonhole some of these singers and talent to one particular song, but man, when you really dig into what they can do, it's incredible.
You know one song that I could never get tired of listening to? Don McLean,
That's a good one too.
American Pie. What a great song.
I'll play that for you in a little bit.
And you know that was on a 78, and both the front and back were the same song without repeat.
So here's the update. John Denver died on October 12th, 1997 at age 53. Oh, how
Wow.
terrible. When his experimental amateur aircraft crashed into Monterey Bay, California, after running out of fuel, with his National Transportation Safety Board citing issues with the plane's fuel selector valve as a primary cause. He was piloting the long, easy plane himself and was unable to
50
reach the
seconds
reserve
till we're
fuel
back
tank
live.
due to the non-standard awkward placement of the valve, leading to the fatal crash.
Wow.
Yep. I thought it was in Colorado, but it
So
was
did
in
I.
California.
Wow.
So y'all don't.
Wow, Jill, can't believe you didn't know this is not disco. Thanks, Rayma.
Oh, she said it's Eurythmics. Thank you, Melinda. That's Anna
is.
Lennox's band.
I got to tell you what, I've heard that lady sing other people's songs at different shows and stuff, and she is, wow, what a voice.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just not good at remembering names of these people.
Well, you're 88 years old.
Well, that's part of it, but a lot of times too, when you're a musician, you're more worried about the song than who actually does it, because you're learning it. You got to figure out all the notes on it.
Long time ago,
Oh, there it
and
is.
still
There it is.
remember how
One of
that
the
music
greatest songs
used to make
ever
me
written.
smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could
Is it
make
okay to cry
those
on air?
people dance, and maybe they'd be
Yeah, I do
happy for a
Sure.
while.
I'm sure glad Larry's lifting us up this morning.
But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step.
What a voice.
What a great voice.
I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. Something touched me deep inside.
Music guy.
The music.
Wow. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
I
Great
gotta go
choice,
cry.
brother.
I gotta go cry for a little
Yeah,
bit. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Wow.
Wow,
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Grapevine Ford, home with a love it or leave it promise. You don't like that vehicle when you get home. Maybe you go, wish I'd have bought a different color, wish I'd have bought a different vehicle. You pull up and honey goes, what is that? Well, why didn't you buy the red one? What about the black one? Go back and let Cameron make sure that your automotive needs are taken care of. So when you buy something and you pay for it, second largest purchase of your life, you love it. That's why they are the true home of the love it or leave it promise. Nobody beats a Grapevine Ford deal. Nobody. People can say, well, we'll give you $100 if we can't beat the deal. Well, how many places you got to run around for $100? Get it all done right the first time at Grapevine Ford, right there on Highway 114 between Texan Trail and Main Street. Walk in and say, hey, is Cameron here? Let them know that I sent you, and enjoy the Ford experience. From if you're still that electric person, they have the Mach-E, the Explorer, the Expedition, the Ford Edge, and the top selling for 48 years, the Ford F-150. The place, grapevine.ford.com. All right, we're going to look at the biggest complaints for new cars for 2025. These were complaints that were all compiled, and some of these really came to fruition up at the top of the list that stood out, and people are going, what's the deal? Number one is, you know what the number one complaint for the new vehicles are in 2025?
Too much stuff. Too much buttons, too many things to figure out, the infotainment center. I'm thinking that's got to be it.
The screens are too big on the dash.
I agree.
These touch screens are saying are too big and too distractive. Number one. Number two, what do you think number two was? This one blew me away.
Visual? Like
No.
Ben was okay.
Something about the vehicle. Cup holders were too small.
Oh, well, I guess that
They
goes-
can't put their Yetis
big gulps,
and
the big gulps.
everybody's carrying these big containers
right,
around.
exactly, for coffee and stuff that's not
Yep.
working right. I got you.
And the third biggest complaint is they need more physical controls, not having to touch the touch screen versus, if you're driving down the road and you want to turn your AC down, you had that big knob and you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or
Right.
whatever the case may be. But now you got to hit a button
Mhm.
and then slide your finger while you're driving.
Yeah.
And so they want larger but less controls.
Well, and you talked about Mazda doing that too,
Yeah.
moving that direction. So they're hearing the customer, they're hearing the people that are saying these things, and I think all the manufacturers need to start doing that because we've talked almost every week about simplifying these vehicles. I don't think they need, where you're, and I think that's when we're going to get to this area here in a little bit of one of the reasons why we have a lot of distracted driving. We used to think it was cell phones, but I'm not so sure now. It may just be in the internal aspects of your vehicle because your mind can only absorb so much stuff. And if you're trying to drive and all these buttons and all this stuff and big screens in your vehicle, that's distractive.
It is.
So I can see why people are wanting. I do. I like simplicity. I mean, I like all the electric, all the update kind of stuff, but I don't use all of it. But it seems like all the packages are with everything. You can't just go like, well, I like this or this. You get it, what they make it. And
the thing about it is
that.
when you build a car and you're not, let's just say that you take a Ford F-150 XLT, but you want to add or delete, that vehicle actually goes up in price.
Right.
When they're running it through mass productions with these options on it, that's where your savings are. But when you actually go in there and build one and part and piece it, you're going to find that you're going to pay more for that vehicle than if you just buy one with certain packages that are most common because the manufacturers order the supplies in millions of pieces versus hundreds of pieces. They can build it for less and then give you more. But you wouldn't believe how many people when, COVID was going on, well, I want to build this or I want to build that. We need this, we need that, whatever the case may be. And then they find out, like work trucks. I have so many people go, why is a work truck as much as an XLT? Because they don't build that many of them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't build vinyl seats and rubber floors and those kind of things in bulk. And so when people go in, and plus you don't see the big rebates incentives on it because it's not one of the mass produced vehicles.
Well, we understand why they do that. I mean, it actually is more cost effective by loading it up and then loading all the vehicles, the different brands or whatever. It makes it better because you've talked about before, try going in and buying a simple pickup. Like you won't roll down windows or anything, I mean, I don't know what all is available like that, but try to do something simple and it's going to cost you more than something that's decked out.
All right, we get back. What are the most distractive reasons why people have accidents and the worst foods and drinks to have while you're driving? Here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show on 1190 KFXR. We'll be right back. My buddy Scott says my 58-year eyes need the largest screens.
That's probably a good idea there.
There we go. By the way, he took his 2025 GMC. They changed out the rear leaf bushing so far as quiet as a baby sleeping. Good for you, Scott.
Awesome.
Yepper. Kurt, he is simple-minded. Yeah, we know that's a
I
fact.
just told him I'm from Beaumont, so he kind of falls in that same line, to be honest with you.
You know what? I just go way, way back and remember the music that we used to listen to always had great meanings.
Oh yeah.
You understood every word. I never really was rock and roll. My buddy Raymond Sweet, I remember the first rock and roll album I ever listened to was Raymond Sweet, Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic.
Wow. See, one of the reasons I was never,
I never got into the rock and roll.
me neither. I was an R&B guy, and all the
Really?
yeah. I mean, I really loved all the Temptation stuff and all that kind of stuff. Going to high school, all my friends, they were listening to rock and roll and all that stuff. And
Did you like the Happy Days type music?
It was okay. I mean, the '50s, that '50s sound.
Yeah, the swing dance music.
Yeah, I
Elvis
like.
Presley.
I like the music. I like the movie Grease. I like the songs like that on there. I like that. But for me,
Was you a Tom Jones guy? Engelbert Humperdinck,
I know who
Elvis
they are.
Presley.
Yeah, Presley, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like that. But most of my stuff was R&B. I liked R&B. I just did. And
Well, you figure that the Spinners, the Four
Right.
Seasons. I mean, you go back. Some of that music was just absolutely incredible.
well, and it had so much soul to it. Well, that's what it was called.
Do you
soul.
like BB King?
Oh yeah, I loved all that. What do they call it? Detroit music. I mean, that's where all of it came out of.
Oh, wouldn't it be great to go to the Apollo and see one of those shows?
Oh yeah.
I'd be in.
We might really be spotted pretty quick.
You know, a voice that I so appreciated when I got older that just blows me away is Nat King Cole.
Oh, that's one of the best voices ever.
Unbelievable. And I got to tell you what, that duo where they bring both of them together, where it's him and Natalie singing,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Let me see if I can find it.
I remember my dad, he used to pay
Yeah, I know where you're headed there.
Ronnie Swain, I love you.
What did he say? What's he doing?
He says, Bo, you sucked in all those petroleum fumes and pulp and paper mill fumes from
Yeah.
Everdale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mobile chemical and mobile oil, and all those are out there right down the street pretty much.
I remember my mom and dad on Sundays, we'd get home from church and we all had our chores and had to get ready for the school week. But Dad had that stereo, and that music he used to listen to drove me freaking nuts. And I couldn't get into it. But as I got older and I look back now on Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass.
Oh, yeah. That's
My gosh, is that some cool music to listen to?
Yes, it is. All right, check this out. See if I can get
Oh, my God.
Unforgettable.
That's it.
in the video. He's in the video. She's live on stage in front of the audience.
Unforgettable.
Wow.
See, that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I love right there.
Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more
Unforgettable in every way.
Fantastic, isn't it?
It don't get no better.
Do you know who is responsible for keeping that all together?
Who?
Only one person. The drummer.
Really?
They play that through a click track to him. And if he screws up, that whole thing's going to blow up.
Huh.
And that's how they're able to do it, because he's playing to the video tempo. And so he has that with a click track in his ear. People don't hear it. He's the only one who hears it. And he stays in tune to the tempo of that video of Nat King Cole. And all those people are all the musicians, because they're playing live.
Right.
They're following the tempo of the drummer. That guy is the guy.
Wow.
If he stumps his toe, it's a train wreck.
The first time I saw that, I bet I watched it 5 times.
It's fantastic.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, one of the best videos they could have put together. No doubt about it.
It's very
100%.
cool. Well, I know one thing. It's those, she's passed too, and I know she's kind of had a little rough life at times, but I don't know. I just some of
All
the
right, we're going back in 30 seconds.
I just love R&B. I always have. I watched Soul Train every chance I got.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, those it just to me was just such more quality music.
I still remember the day my dad walked in. And the spinners were on. I was trying to do that move and spin around, and I looked up and there was my dad, and all he said was one thing. My mom's name is Jane, and he go, Jane, do something with that.
That's funny.
And I had lunch with my buddy Raymond Sweet the other day, and I told him all I listened to is disco.
Yeah.
Now I've added some stuff to it because there's some good old stuff now that I've enjoyed now that I've gotten older. But I like it. Hey, 214-787-1190 is the Automotive Edge Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, all of it. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop, I got you covered. 38 years in the auto industry, there's not a manufacturer representative I don't know. Doesn't matter. Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, McLaren, Porsche, Kia, Honda, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. It doesn't matter. We got you covered. Then it comes to service. Where do you service your car? Is independent better? Is the dealership better? Where do you go to get your car serviced? I got you covered. What about selling your car? Do you really know how to sell your car? We got a phone call the other day. People are in a lot of trouble because they sold the car, and that cashier's check is bogus, and their car's gone. So we want to make sure we cover all your bases. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. That's theautomotiveedge.com, and leave me your name and number, and let me help you. Doesn't cost you a dime. Handshake, hug, or prayer, I'll take all three, and I mean that. This last couple of weeks, January's pretty good, depending on whether you're selling new or used, and there's a lot of people calling me going, hey, I need some help. We're helping you. And they've offered me money. I'm like, I can't take your money, but I can sure help you. Let's talk about our great folks over at Burleson Nissan and my buddy Justin Crane. He has got it going on. The new Nissan Versa 1971 for a new Versa. You got the new Nissan Kicks. How about 23,312 for a brand new Nissan Kicks? How about the Rogue, the Leaf? I mean, we go on and on and on. Everything there. With 4 vehicles under $25,000, 5 vehicles under $30,000.
Wow.
The average used car sold this last year on average was a hair under $30,000. They've got you taken care of. Okay? Burleson Nissan, 35 in Renfro Road. You missed it. Make the drive. It's too late. You ruined it. And see Justin Crane, managing partner, general manager, and he's at 35 in Renfro.
Rut-row.
And let him take care of your Nissan needs. My daughter, we got her a new Nissan. My son's girlfriend's driving a new Nissan Sentra. One of my neighbors just bought a car to send their kid off to University of Oklahoma in a new Nissan Sentra. And Nissan, they're not going away. They've always built a good car. I know there's a bunch of people that can go down memory lane with their Z cars. Well, he's got a Z car anniversary edition there. And so you got the new Rogue, the new Pathfinder, the new Murano, the new Armada, the totally redesigned Sentra and Kicks. And then it comes down to Justin Crane and his staff at Burleson Nissan. Go to burlesonnissan.com. So drivers involved in a distractive related crash.
All right, here we go.
Okay, this is what attributes to their distractions. Some of this stuff, you ought not be driving a car if it's distractive to you. Are y'all ready for this? Okay, I just heard every one of you.
Are you going from low to high or high to
It doesn't
low?
matter. Some of
Okay,
these are
so
really dumb.
All right.
Good morning, my brother, Alfred Montellano.
Ooh, what a name.
I'm telling you. Like Carlos Montalban. Alfred
plane.
Montellano.
The plane.
And his lovely wife just had a birthday.
Awesome.
We
Happy
both
birthday.
married way over our head. Here we go. Number one of the top. Now, these are top 7. Dealing with children.
I could see that. I really do. When you have kids that are acting up in the back seat and they're crying or they're
We
throwing
never had
stuff.
that. My dad just said, "Wait till we get home," and it just wasn't. Good.
Well, back in my day, I was standing up in the front seat in the middle in our bench seat. They just take and whack me out. So, but
How
now
about this? Looking for something inside the car.
I see that too. I've had that. I've almost kind of run off the road before trying to get something maybe out of the glove compartment or whatever.
Looking at another driver.
Depends on how good looking they are.
Okay, now these next two, I don't know why they even put them on there. This is reason for crashes. These are the top numbers for crashes. Personal thoughts, thinking.
Well, I could see where people might be really stressed out on their job or with their family or relationship or whatever, and they're not focused on driving. Their mind is really overtaking them with that. I could see where that would cause accidents. Do you not see that?
No.
They need CBD.
Well,
but other than that, I can see where that could probably happen.
Now, these people, the next ones, they ought to have their license taken away or suspended for a period of time. Looking at animals outside the car.
Purple Haze is pretty guilty of that, and I jump her all the time about that. Like, oh, look at that cow or horse or that pretty dog, or oh, this dog over there is loose. I'm going, please.
Now I get this one. I would have put this as number one. Dealing with technology inside the car.
That is, to me, probably.
I put that number one.
I would definitely say
100%.
That is absolutely correct.
And then we have 4%. Depending on some states, and then 19% based on eating distractions.
I could see that too.
And so coming up into the next section, we have the top 10 foods and drinks that create distracted driving and are the worst things you can eat or drink in the car.
Well, I got a couple in mind already, so we'll get to that next. And when are we doing that?
Next segment.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we want to run through these. So there's a couple on here that I go, that is so dumb. Nobody does that, but apparently they do. It made the list. But, I took the list. Remember, we did a list last year for 2024, and I took the list, and half of them have been replaced.
Do you have any of the ones you had that were replaced that you remember?
Yeah, I do. And so I'm sitting there going, how do they know this? How do they know this? That what is it when you get into Judge Gregory's court and he goes, what caused the accident? And you tell him what you were eating and they record it.
Well, I think that.
Or you call your insurance company, what caused the wreck? Well,
I think
I was eating a banana split.
I think they
and I was looking for the cherry. I mean, really?
I think they get all these reports from an officer that comes out to get the information. And this distracted driving, I'm sure they tell them exactly, well, I've had a hard day at work. I got fired. I don't know where I'm going to get my next pay, blah, blah, blah. And I just lost my mind and ran into the pole. You don't see that, do you?
No.
Well, you don't have any problems.
Well, I had a wreck. I got hit broadside, pulling out on the street, and I'm in the ambulance. They got me in a neck brace, and I was really freaking out because my son, thank God, he was on the far side of the back seat.
Right.
We're delivering school supplies to teachers, and the cop stepped up and he goes, buddy, you're in luck. And he goes, why? He goes, the guy that hit you said he wanted me to tell you he's sorry, but he was texting over his fantasy football team.
See?
I went, wow. And,
some of that stuff is just ignorance, not really
paying attention,
being
distracted driving.
You're just doing something that is really, like you said a while ago, some of these people need to have their license suspended for a while so nothing like that happens again, because I
don't get the texting and driving. Shame on you if you text driving. Bo, he's funny. He's on the phone with me, and he hears me laying on the horn. And luckily, I haven't been shot. And every one of them are on their phone. I can see them and they're holding it up with their thumb texting. I'm going, are you
driving in one hand
nuts?
and texting in the other?
You don't have to text. All you got to do is hit that microphone and speak, you knuckleheads.
Well, a lot of most vehicles nowadays, and I'd say probably in the last 2 or 3 years, at least, maybe longer, that you can hook your phone up to your system and talk to the system. Like Purple Haze's vehicle, like she gets a text and it comes up on the deal and the voice goes, are you on a text from blah, blah, blah. Do you want to hear it? All she's got to say is yes. It says it. And do you want to respond? Yes. What would you like to respond to? She says it. while she has both hands on the wheel saying, yes, that's a good idea. I'll call you later or blah, blah, blah. And it goes right to that person.
I don't get it.
So it's
I don't
so
get
it's
texting and
so
driving. It drives
easy
me
to
nuts.
not have your thing in your hand.
They're saying 85% of the people that don't go when the light's green, 85% are texting.
Well, sure they are. They are.
85%. Are you freaking kidding me? Get off the road. Boy, my blood pressure just went up.
I know.
It drives me nuts.
That's a hot rod of information right there. And
Good morning to the lady that never ages, Deborah Gonzalez.
Oh, Miss Gonzalez.
And good morning, Carol Saunders.
Yeah, she looks
Is
20.
it Sanders or Saunders? I wonder how you. We always want to get it right. So okay, so we threw both of them out there, Sanders and Saunders.
Give us
Because I have a friend Pam Sanders and I have a buddy David Saunders.
But how
so.
are we going to know unless she calls us? Because she says it spells it. We're still not going to know. It's going to be like tomato.
Well, she could say SON for Saunders.
Okay, so she
Or
could
if
actually
she does, or if she doesn't respond, we'll just go with Carol Sanders.
So it's actually the way you would.
Or you put Colonel in there, then we will know Colonel Sanders.
That's a good idea right there. If she says it's not Colonel Sanders, then we know it's Saunders.
If you don't put Colonel in there, then we'll know it's Saunders. But either way, we appreciate you joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. 214-787. I don't know why you folks, we got a lot of questions. It's okay if you call in and you got a question, because that question is going to help somebody else. I promise you. With all the thousands of people that are tuned into the show, you can help somebody. I promise you. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. We get up. We get back. Get up.
We get up. We're not awake yet.
What foods and drinks are causing the most accidents on the roads here in the great United States when we get back?
Okay, let's see if I can find something else really good for us.
Let's go. People way below. Who's this?
It's the guy that sings "Who We Will Rock You." Whoever that guy is, band.
You don't know who it is?
I know it, but I just can't tell
Queen.
you. Okay.
Come on. That's not even my genre, and I'm naming off stuff that.
Oh, here you go. See if you can get this one. Oh. I got the call today that I didn't want to hear, but I knew that it would come. Old true friend of ours was talking on the phone.
Oh.
She said you found someone. And I thought of all the bad luck and the struggles we went through. How I lost me and you lost you. What are these voices outside love's open door? Make us throw our back and take it and beg for something more. I'm learning to live without you now. Miss you sometimes. The more I know, the less I understand. I thought I knew.
Wow.
I'm learning again. I'm trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but my wit gets me.
That sounds like Brian Adams.
And my thoughts are scattered, but I think it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness.
Who's that? Tell me.
That is the drummer for the Eagles.
Uh-huh.
That is the Eagles.
Yeah. There you go.
What a great song. Huh?
Yeah. Great song.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, you stumped you a little bit on that.
Yeah, that one stumped me. Boy, it sounded like Brian Adams when
Well,
he
it
first
does. I get that. It's got a similar.
That was a good guess.
Very good guess. And he lives in Dallas.
Yeah, he just sang at some event and he killed it. It was a tribute that he sang to I'm trying to think who the singer that passed was. Great song.
Well, that's just such great.
You
music.
know, somebody that I really liked, I didn't realize he's 74 years old. John Mellencamp.
Well, they see a little deal on TV last night that his daughter has got severe cancer.
Stage 4. Yeah.
Do you see that? I guess
Yeah.
obviously, and it's Don Henley is the drummer for the Eagles.
Don
in case
Henley,
nobody
yeah.
knows, but he is a Dallasite, and he is one heck of a singer.
Oh, he is.
Fantastic drummer, and that band right there, I believe, man, they argumentally could be one of the best bands ever.
They had to be the most requested song in club bands.
Oh,
Play the Eagles.
yeah, no doubt. I've heard plenty of those. Yeah, in my day of playing music, it was no doubt they were certainly on the high priority list. But
Yeah.
now they have.
In the great United States when we get back.
My bad. So those are some good stuff out there, and y'all have something you want to me to. Anybody guess that? They may. I don't know. They weren't paying attention, I guess.
Huh.
But
Great song.
A very good song.
There's old Steve Briggs joining us, and he was a rock and roller. Him and my brother Bobby hung out growing up.
Was that right?
They were all in that rock and roll. My brothers, they all went to concerts, and on their 3 dressers, because Larry, Benny, and Tommy shared a room, and then me and Bobby shared a room. They had all the concert stickers all around all their mirrors and stuff. I had none. I never went to one.
I've only been to a couple.
Concerts were never, ever, ever my deal. But Luke Sullivan and Steve Briggs and Bobby, and I'm trying to think of the other guy's name that lived right there at Story Road in Grove. I went by his house the other day when Raymond and I went to lunch, and I can't think of his name, but they were all rock and rollers.
Well, I started traveling at 18 years old playing music.
I look at him. Oh, yeah. Who's this? Come on now. It's the easy one. No. What? I know. You drive me crazy. Come on, Gene Simmons, baby. Poison.
I don't know. It's all poison to me, that music.
Twisted Sister.
Twist out beautiful. What a beautiful person that guy is. Not an 80s rocker guy. But I'll tell you who is.
Wanna rock and roll on.
Who is?
This was Steve and Bobby and Luke. And what was the other Steve's name? I can see him. Every time I see him now, he's got on a headband and yeah.
Well, there's 2 people I know personally that would name every single song and who did it in that genre.
You're not on. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214. This segment of the show is brought to you by the great folks over at Classic Buick GMC. I mean, golly. I would just tell you this. If you go to Classic Buick GMC there in Arlington, right there at Collins and I-20, $14,250 in savings on a GMC Sierra. GMC Sierra for years their biggest incentive was maybe $3,500. Now $14,250, $5,250 on. And I got to tell you that Buick Encore, moms and dads, even if you don't have a kiddo, you look for a great SUV and you open it up and it is luxury at its best for that price. $5,250 off. These are 2026 models as well. And then you have one of my top 3 favorites, the Buick Enclave, $8,500 in savings. $8,500. I mean, that's a lot of coin. That's a lot of coin. 0 APR on the 2026 Elevation Turbo Max engine, and it goes on and on. 0%, 0.9, huge discount. You need to go meet Jermaine Pearson. He'll make your day. Even if you don't buy a car, he's going to put a smile on your face. This is a guy that brings energy from the time that door opens to the time that door closes when you're looking for a new GMC or a Buick. right there at 20 in Collins. Ask for Jermaine Pearson. Let him know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and enjoy that experience. Second to none. Relax and enjoy the difference at Classic Buick GMC Arlington. Go to classicarlington.com.
Melinda and Purple Haze. I guarantee you could name any of those 80s rockers
Oh, 100%.
by name and by song.
Yep. Okay, most distractive foods and drinks for 2025.
Can I tell you my couple?
Yep.
Well, first of all, tacos, especially crispy tacos. They're not a good thing to eat while driving.
I got it down.
Well, I don't know how. I can't figure it out. It's just always
What you got to do is unwrap it first and then push everything down.
Okay, I
and
get
squeeze
that.
the top of the taco
and then
shell.
wrap the wrapper around towards the
Yeah,
bottom.
you'll be all right.
And the other thing is that's a distractive and probably not good to be doing is having a beer or maybe a shot or something while you're driving. That's
Yeah,
probably
that's
not a good
never
idea.
Number 10, chocolate. And I said, why chocolate? Well, they said because it gets on your fingers, it gets on the steering
And
wheel.
then you got to wipe it off and
You
change
got to wipe
things.
it off. It makes a mess.
I get that.
I wouldn't have put that on the list.
But I get it.
Number 2 is number 9 is soft drinks. And so when you read it, people pop the top and it fizzes and they're cleaning it, or they put it up to their mouth and they're, sucking off all the stuff dripping off the edge of the cans and stuff, and they have it in their mouth and their head back. Okay.
Well, if they go to the drive-thru and get one that's in a cup, they just throw a straw in it and they won't have to worry about that.
And soft drinks.
Or it's kind of soft drinks.
Number 8, jelly, cream-filled, and powdered donuts.
I can see that all over the place right there, man.
Now, here's one I didn't get it. I've never eaten it going down the road, but I can see where it'd be a problem. Fried chicken.
Yeah. Unless it's tender.
All the crumbles coming off of it.
If you're
and
taking a
greasy.
leg or a thigh, you're in trouble. That's funny.
Now, here's one I didn't know that people eat going down the road. Barbecue.
Yeah.
I said it's a mess.
I'm not wasting my beautiful taste on barbecue driving.
Yeah, I don't get it. Number 5, a juicy hamburger.
Yeah, and there are some like that it gets really wet and even the package gets wet. And I've dripped a few Whataburgers in my lap before, juicy wise.
Well, you know where my favorite hamburger is?
I think it's Whataburger. No, it's Keller.
Yeah.
I
Number
know.
5, cheese tater tots with a DP. I'm set.
But you're not going to drive with
I'm
that.
not going to budge. I want to savor every bite of that burger.
Yeah, we all do.
I would never eat a Keller burger on the run.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, never, ever, ever. Number 4, don't get this one. I've never seen it done before. Chili. Who eats chili while they're driving?
Well, Wendy's sells a pretty good chili.
Yep.
And I know
But you got the cup
you
and you
still
got a
got to
spoon.
spoon it.
Yeah.
So who's driving the vehicle?
Who's driving?
Your niece? You ever done that before?
Oh, sure. I have.
So yeah, I can see that chili's good too.
Number 3, tacos.
That's mine. I brought that up right off the bat. That especially the crispy. Now I guess the soft ones are a little better, but the crispy, when you bite into that crust, that it just goes everywhere. So
Lettuce, cheese.
I don't eat driving tacos anymore.
Number 2, I don't get this one either. This one falls right in there with chili. Hot soup. Who eats hot soup driving down the road?
Well, especially when you can put it in a thermos and actually kind of drink it. Have you ever done that before?
No. I didn't even know people still use the thermos.
Well, the guy on The Jerk, Steve Martin, wanted to leave home with just his thermos.
That's right. And number 1, coffee. Hot coffee.
Now that I get, because everybody wants to drink coffee. Everybody's going through all these coffee places, and it can be pretty rough because they're hot. I remember that lady one time sued McDonald's because the coffee was so hot.
What a loser.
Dude,
loser.
McDonald's or the lady?
The lady. What a loser.
But that's what people do, man, when
the coffee was too hot. Now, okay, then go to Starbucks and get an iced coffee, meathead. Golly, I'm never crazy.
Good morning, Dwayne Harris. Thank you for tuning in and saying
another brother from another mother
sir.
lived down the street on Wood Oak from
Yes,
us.
sir.
Him and his sister Charlotte.
But yeah, coffee. Come on.
Yeah,
Y'all know,
really?
if y'all don't know how to do your coffee by now, you shouldn't be driving.
Yeah. I was going to sue the company for Laffy Taffy because I never laughed. Give me a break.
Oh, that'd be good. You should pull it off. See what happens.
Someone's going to take that
You're
now.
gonna do it.
We didn't laugh. We're suing you for $1 million.
You're gonna watch the news tomorrow night and see them pronounce. Hey, well, one guy sued, Laffy Taffy because he didn't laugh.
Yeah. Well, coming up, we're going to be covering interest rates and scores, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised that if you got marginal credit or you know somebody with marginal credit, if you have somebody with no credit, maybe you're trying to get your kids established and you don't want to co-sign. We're going to be covering that and a whole lot more. And then top vehicles, the top 3 vehicles bought by women in 2025.
Ooh, that ought to be interesting.
Not a big surprise there. And then the factors, the top factors that women think about when they're buying vehicles. And there was, I wasn't surprised by the list at all.
Neither one. Neither one.
None of them. And the thing is that, when I was selling cars, I remember I had one of the best mentors, and his name was Sammy Gonzalez, the best of the best. And he goes, let me tell you, women buy from an emotional side, and here's how you need to sell to women. And I did. I mean, I always got it. I always took notes, and I mirrored back, and I sold way more women cars than I did men coming in the door. Because a lot of guys would go, let me think about it. I'm going to look at some other dealers. I'm going to shop. I didn't have that.
Women were ready to buy. Like when I used to sell shoes, they didn't waste time. Guys were like, let me think about it.
Yeah.
But they come in and buy shoes and they're ready to go. They know what they're wanting to do and get out.
Yeah.
And I guess that was the way with cars too.
Oh yeah. They would come in, and then the thing about it is that a lot of people didn't listen to women. They were just, we made videos before where we would send a guy that had a notepad and a calculator in his hand, and a lady walking in, and no one cared about Joe Notepad.
Right.
Everybody, okay, the lady's an easy target. The females are an easy target. But when you actually mirror a lady and you actually hear what they're saying, that was the key to my success selling them.
Well, because they're just straight up with you. They're not trying to hide nothing. They're going, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'd like to get or buy, and I'm ready to go.
Quick break, 214-787-1190. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, these segments are going by fast.
Yep. Yeah, I was just on Wood Oak the other day, Dwayne. Saw your house, our house, and I knew just about it. Remember, everybody lived on that street.
Okay, let's see.
What are you doing, Bo?
I'm fixing to see if you can figure this one out, if I can get it done here.
Wow. All this technology, and you don't know how to operate a phone.
All right,
All right, here we go.
Like you know,
I'll tell you.
Look like you know, you acting like you know what you're doing.
I've been so many places.
Oh.
That's some belly rub music.
Fireplace. Quite as lovely as you.
Boy, almost sounds like some peaches and herb.
More beautiful
See you
than
saying
the Mona Lisa. Worth more than gold. And my eyes had pleasure to behold.
That is
You're my latest and my greatest
inspiration.
My greatest inspiration.
Boy, that don't.
Whoa.
You can't get a woman in a good place with that music. You're in bad shape.
Who is that?
Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy Pendergrass.
The great
Oh,
Teddy
yeah.
Pendergrass, by the way.
Hey, Mark McCormick, what are you doing, brother? And then you post that deal about Goodbye Texas. Man, you shook up like Facebook. What was that all about?
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, what is he doing? I think he's just ruffling feathers. He ain't going nowhere. He's just ruffling feathers.
And he did too.
Oh, man, everybody like, hey, what's going on?
That's the great Mark McCormick right there for you. Yes, sir. He ain't fooling around.
What
I
does
can
it
tell you
say?
that.
It is those, she passed to, and I don't know. does the signs in the front of the yard for all the kids and celebrates them doing well. 49 orders Thursday. Great blessings. Huh.
Well, I guess she makes those signs. His daughter
Oh, got it.
makes the signs.
Yeah, Mark, you ain't going nowhere, buddy. I know you got a gun on your hip, but you ain't going nowhere. I'll make sure of it. I got.
Are you moving out to California there, Mike?
I got people. I guarantee you, he ain't going west.
I left and moved to Idaho here yesterday.
What?
Are you kidding me?
What are you doing in Idaho, Potato Head?
No kidding, dude.
You redid that backyard and
I think he's
new
pulling our.
pergola. I don't think he's.
I
in
think he's
Idaho.
pulling our leg.
Yeah, he ain't. He didn't move to Idaho. He might be up there picking potatoes for McDonald's, but he ain't living up there.
Oh, come on, man, stop it.
Yeah.
Starting trouble again, brother.
Yeah, you ain't Idaho. There's a lot of places you can go.
Potato
Idaho ain't one of them.
Already in Idaho. Come
No, you're
on,
not.
Potato Head. I like that one.
Huh.
Wow. I'm not sure I believe that.
I'm not buying it. At every place you went to Idaho, come on, McCormick,
And I can't think that it would be a really nice
potato farmer. Now I know he's not in Idaho.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, you know, his name is Mac. I wonder if he's working for McDonald's.
25 seconds.
Mark.
Yeah, but it's McCormick. McDonald's.
Oh, you're going McCormick?
Making potatoes for McDonald's. The Mac man.
You didn't move. That's all baloney.
Dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
There's no way that I wake up one day and he's all over Texas.
Yeah.
and
Where
the
you
next
going?
day-
I'm going to throw a dart with my eyes closed. Boom, Idaho. Here we go.
I don't even know if you could hit.
You're no more in Idaho than I'm up on the moon.
I don't even know if he could hit Idaho with a dart anyway. Come on, man.
Well, whatever. There's a lot of that here, too.
Yeah, come on. Stop it.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190.
Too much fun this morning. You guys are killing me.
Hey, I was asked about what's going on with the Honda Prelude. I got a real answer for you. Call Jeff Cole at Freeman Honda. Go to freemanhonda.net. That's freemanhonda.net. There's the phone number. Call Jeff Cole. I got a lot of people going, how do I get a Prelude? Call Jeff Cole at Freeman Honda. And let me just tell you, the Pilot, the Passport, the Odyssey, the Accord, the Civic, the Ridgeline, he's got them all priced to move. You know, January, February, and March are quiet months in the auto industry. Right now, the used car market's still on fire. And that's why I say take a look at a new car. When you get new cars for darn near what they're getting for pre-owned Hondas, well, head to Freeman Honda right there, Wheatland and I-20. That's Wheatland and I-20. Ask for Jeff Cole. Tell him you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show. And if it's one of the new Preludes, he can order it for you. Custom build a year. I want this on it, that. I want that trim level. Or take a look at some of the other great products that he has in stock, from brand new to CPO to pre-owned. Jeff Cole's got you covered at freemanhonda.net. That's freemanhonda.net. Remember, all our sponsors are on my website at theautomotiveedge.com, and they can help you out and take care of you, make sure your automotive needs are taken care of. All right? That's freemanhonda.net. Whatever. I'm coming to Idaho, and I
Yeah.
bet you ain't there.
He says he's up there with a friend, Scott Lawson. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
so everybody move up there? Did you take all your other family members?
Yep. All right. So the top 3 vehicles that women buy, what do you think they are?
Well, I would say the first thing would the brand wise or just
Brand.
I would say
Not the model, the brand.
Toyota,
Okay. That's 1.
then Honda.
That's 2. But what do you think number 1 was? Toyota was 2. Honda was 3.
I would say Chevy.
Buick.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, they got good taste.
And I found another interesting fact. There's more women in the United States than men.
I can see that. Well,
More women than men.
Well, men die a lot earlier than women. Number one, I think that's the
Yep.
one reason, because we're too goofy to know how to live right.
Yep.
But I just think that that's part of it. But yeah.
So the top 6 reason that what women look for in cars, and I researched this, and nothing has changed in the years. That was weird. Okay.
Unknown caller. Getting calls already.
Yeah, really. Practicality was number 1. Is the vehicle practical? Does it work for me? Is it does it have a bunch of stuff on it I don't need?
Did they say particularly what they don't need or what they do need?
Well, all the fancies and the foo-foo they don't care about. All the fancy wheels and spoilers and
right, I get that.
They don't care about it.
But they want a really nice visor so they can put their makeup on while they're driving.
Bo's going to get some nasty comments here. Number 2 was safety. No big surprise there.
Of course. With the type of car did they list? Like, was it an SUV? I'm thinking that.
Well, you know what? Women like both. They're split on it.
Cars?
Yeah, cars and SUVs. Number 3 was they're researchers. They do a lot of research now online before they go out.
That's pretty cool. I'm proud of them for that.
And boy, I'm gonna tell you, plug in a car and in the internet, and you're gonna get 200 people saying yes, no, or whatever. Then they want an emotional connection. They want to get in it and drive it and feel it, and they want to be connected when they buy it.
Well, I know, like Purple Haze, she names her cars. And I know you think that's goofy. Of course, you go through cars. You go through cars so much, you don't even have time to name them.
Never name them anyway.
Does Melinda, did she name her new vehicle?
She did.
See that, but that's the women. They like that personal connection, and having a name to that vehicle gets them that close to
Yeah.
I don't get it either, but
I don't. I've never named a car.
I've called my vehicle a few times with some really rough names.
And so then combined together, there was comfort, multiple airbags, visibility, and able to properly adjust.
I like all those. Same thing.
Yep.
I'd like all that same stuff too.
And then the last, their deciding factor after they found a car that they liked,
had all their
good visibility, and had all the airbags, had everything they want, was the experience from hello to congratulations.
Yeah.
Dude,
I can see
really, really, really big how they were treated. Because I got to tell you, it's really tough. Probably 65% of the people that contact me are women. And it's amazing how many. My husband told me to call, or I'm looking for a vehicle. And there's one question that you never ask a lady when she's buying a car.
How old she
that
is?
You never ask her. Never. Well, you're going to have to ask her on the credit app.
Oh, yeah, but you're not going to ask her right off the bat.
There's one that you never ask.
What is it?
Do you need your husband to make the decision?
Oh.
I used to hear that, and I could hear it across the showroom floor, and I'd duck, and I'd walk up to the salesperson, and I'd walk right outside, and I go, "Ma'am, excuse me, my salesperson is a bonehead. I just sent him home for the day, and let me help you. I know that you don't need your husband." And they go, "I don't need him." I was, "Well, time out." I get that. And I used to tell salespeople, and all the salespeople that I trained for many, many, many years, never ask a lady, "Are you making the decision?
Or do you need help making the decision for
Yeah.
you?
Is your husband going to be involved? Is your husband making the final decision? Let me help you." Women don't want to hear that. They don't want to be asked that. And
unless they volunteer that information, that's another ball game that you want to stay away from.
Yeah, because a lot of them say, "Well, hey, I'm out doing," and I used to have that. "I'm out doing the legwork for my husband. I'm out doing the legwork to find something, and my husband's going to come in and finalize it." But that going out there, "Oh, so you really need your husband, don't you?"
Back to that relationship of hello to goodbye or whatever, and that it's that same feeling they have like on a date, like how they were treated on a date, how they have those kind of instincts that they can relate to those kind of circumstances.
Yep.
So you get a good person working with a young lady, she's going to be happy about that.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I got to tell you, there's things I used to teach my sales people like, you know what? Here's the key. If you will mirror a woman, your life will be completely changed.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when I used to do my interviews, when I would talk to her, I said, look, here, we can do this real quick. I can save you a bunch of time. I can save you money. And I need 3 minutes of your time. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, come have a seat.
All right.
And I would ask these questions, and then I would repeat back their answers to make sure I understood what they were saying.
Not just guessing what they're saying.
And I would tell them, so what I just heard you say was,
right.
And they would see me. I'd put check marks by it, and they were going, wow. So you're not ready to buy today, but you are looking for this. You are looking for that, blah, 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 whatever. That's correct.
Probably the biggest thing that women say about men is they never listen to me.
Well, they, 4 mouths in one ear.
But I know that's what they say.
Well,
You never
you
listen.
got two ears and one mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak, and you learn a lot.
Well, that's
I used
facts
to
right
hear that all the
there.
time.
No doubt.
So anyway,
Well, good for them. Good job. Keep it up. You're doing the right thing. And if you need a little help, then call the master, Kurt Chase, and he will help you through any of those questions you might have.
yeah, that's right. So women are the powerhouse in the auto industry. We're seeing more women showing up and selling cars, which I love to see. I wish that the dealers were split 50-50. I've met some young ladies in the auto industry that are just unbelievable. And
Very, very
of it.
knowledgeable. You know that.
I mean, we need more women in the auto industry
There you go.
by far. It's not a man's world. It's actually a woman's world with less women in it. We need more women in
There
the
you
auto
go.
industry.
Perfect.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back. So I guess McCormick really is in Idaho.
Yeah, he's there, but I don't know that he's living there. He's trying to make it is. I think he's up there just kind of hunting and fishing and stuff. So I don't think he's.
Who's this? Come on now.
Oh yeah, that's
And you're not home.
that's right on.
You're mine.
One of the best,
Is not your own.
the best videos
Yeah.
is that song, and that is God. He wears the suit,
Oh, always well dressed.
and he's passed away. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, brain is dead.
That'd be Robert Palmer.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, that video when he came out with it, that thing was like the #1 viewed video.
yeah. It's still.
I didn't know that he had passed.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I can't call his name. My brain's but that video is still dynamic.
Oh, it is.
Those women that are dancing with him, they look like their hair's back and dark and black, and it's cool's all good out.
Yeah,
Robert Palmer. Yeah, he's gone from us.
I didn't know that.
We learn something new every day.
He
here
had
on
some
the
really
Automotive.
kind of way out
Oh.
songs. But he had a lot of other good songs too.
Oh yeah, he's. There we go. Yes, he died September the 26th, 2003. That's how long ago.
What?
Yeah. Paris, France is where he passed away.
22 years ago.
That's a long time ago. You didn't
Wow.
know that.
No.
Yeah, he was Robert Allen Palmer was a British singer, songwriter, producer, and actor known for his soulful voice, elegant style, and genre-bending music. His career spanned multiple sounds from New Orleans funk to the 70s and the reggae and pop stardom in the 80s, fueled by innovative music videos. And boy, did he ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He had that one video where it was kind of cartoonish and his head opened and all this stuff was coming out, music and tunes and everything. I'm trying to think the name of the song. I can see it plain as day, but yeah, but when he came out with that song and he had the girls all playing the guitar,
yeah,
that thing just
it's still great.
it's still great. That song is fantastic.
203 minus.
Later, Mark. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
He was 54 years old.
Wow.
That's young, in my opinion.
That's real young.
Very young. I
Yep.
don't know what he died of, but that's how old he was.
You say with all this new AI coming to the medical industry, that it's going to add 10 years on average to people that lead somewhat of a healthy lifestyle.
Well, I'm happy about that to some degree. For us, anyway, don't you think?
Yeah, well, you know, if you go by the Chase lineage, I've got about 10 years left.
Well, you know, I know they do that, but a lot of it's how you were living.
No doubt, I agree.
I mean, you know, like your father was a smoker, wasn't he?
Oh boy,
You know, and
Camel non-filters.
yeah, there you go.
He figured he'd cut back when he started smoking Marlboros. And then I'm going to go light. I'm going to go Marlboro light.
Yeah, that's really going to help.
Yeah. Yeah, different times.
Well, it's, you know, you think about some of this talent that's been out there over the years, and it's just sad to see them, you know, leave in such early ages. You know, Robert Palmer, John Denver. Oh, how about Elvis? How about Michael Jackson? I mean, it's just something about, I don't know why.
Yeah, some
Just-
people can't handle fame, or they can for a good stretch, and then it just catches up.
Well, you know, Michael Jackson was about to go on a big, huge world tour.
Yep.
Live, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay, who's it?
That is Huey Lewis and the News.
Nice, Robert.
Oh, that. I got it. But I can't call his name. And I'm gonna hate myself because I can't do it.
Tell him, Larry. Tell him who this is, brother.
Oh, I know. No, it is.
Sorry.
He was in a duo for a long time.
He sings in Tom Cruise movie.
Right, of course.
Who is it?
Can't call it right off the bat.
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins. Now I know it. Boy, he's so dynamite.
Oh, great song. Good morning, Gerardo Contreras. There's another cool name.
Telling you.
It's like the guy that does the big announce in Vegas.
Yeah.
Gerardo Contreras.
Weighing in.
That's right. Thanks
Super
for joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. This segment of the show is brought to you by the great folks over at Highly Accurate Fort Worth. Brand new facility, state of the art. One of the best sport luxury products out there. We get the best of both worlds. And they've got a bunch of great leases, great buys, great everything with great people. And I've known the Hiley family for many, 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 many years. I remember back when Mr. Hiley got started, with his first dealership, and what Mr. Hiley and his son Jason have done with the company, and expand. And family owned and operated makes a difference. HighlyAccurateFortWorth.com. That's HighlyAccurateFortWorth.com. Go check out the new facility. And I would just tell you, if you got a Honda, they can service that as well, because, you know, the Acura is the sister of the Honda dealer manufacturer. And so they can take care of Dean back in service. He's going to hook you up. The place, HighlyAccurateFortWorth.com. That's HighlyAccurateFortWorth.com. So I will tell you this. I've been out at hitting all the car lots, and it's unbelievable how the electrification's working for trade-ins. You look at the Tesla truck, unbelievable what this thing's selling for.
Is it a pre-owned vehicle?
Yeah, you haven't seen the Cybertruck?
Well, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
But it's the most ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I got to tell you what, Alan Glover's got 2 of them on his lot over there at Classic Kia Carrollton, and those things are still doing well.
Wow. As a
On the
pre-owned
pre-owned
vehicle.
market, doing well.
Wow. Good for them.
The Kia EV9 doing really well. The Kia EV6 doing really well. Some of the Tesla models, depending on the miles, are doing really well. The Nissan Leaf doing really well. So there's plenty of electric vehicles out there that are still doing well versus some of the ones that are not doing well. The big killer is, and I'm telling you, I've sent so many messages to VW corporate: put a gas engine in your ID Buzz and sell the snot out of that vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of that electric motor at $85,000.
No, it's ridiculous.
And put a gas engine in that, and you will sell, and make it a hybrid, and you'll sell every one that you can build.
No
I promise you. The colors, the concept,
Very
the
cool.
interior, everything on there is absolutely fantastic. You got the wrong motor in it, the wrong one, and plus it's way too
Well,
pricey.
let's put a motor in it.
Yeah,
Let's start there.
yeah, a real motor, a
Yeah.
gas motor.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are a lot of people that have been contacting me. We've been appraising their electric vehicles, and some are not doing well at all. They're really, really tough to sell, but there are some that are still doing really well. You have 65% of the manufacturers that are backing way off electrification. Some are hanging tight, like Volvo, like Cadillac, VW, and they're seeing the ramifications of that. They think, well, if everybody's backing out and we're going to stay on, we're going to do okay. And that's just not true, in my opinion. And so the market is saying we want hybrids. We want bigger vehicles. We want more car options. Even though the SUV market is doing really, really, really well, think about this. Think how well the Toyota Corolla does. Think how well the Toyota Camry does. Think about how well the Honda Accord and Honda Civic does. Think how well the Mazdas are doing. I mean, I can go down the line and tell you about the different cars that are still doing really well. I think as long as they continue to refine and design, make cars cool again, keep hybrid engines in them, they'll do just fine. They will do just fine. And when you look at the older stuff that people are looking at, they're buying the older cars. They're not buying the older trucks like what they're pricing older cars for. I saw a buddy of mine, he was showing me his spreadsheet, and he sold in the last quarter a little over 40 vehicles that were all Camrys, Accords, some Volkswagen Jettas, going through the list of cars, and I was blown away by 150, 160,000 mile cars. And he goes, now I got a list. Look at this list of people going, whenever you get any of these in, we're buying them.
Well, you spoke a while ago, if you just joined us earlier in the show, about where people were saying what they're willing to look at in these miles, and it was 160 that they were good with.
Yeah.
So
they're going 160 down. Tell me what you got.
Yeah. I mean, I know that shocked your pants right off, because you were thinking way less than that, maybe 100, 110 at the most. But that's what people are feeling about these vehicles nowadays, because they're just so well made.
Yeah. And they're saying, they can still do the work on them.
Yeah.
They can still find the mechanics that are going to give them a better deal at working on them than wherever. But
exactly.
I get it. 214-787-1190, top of the hour, final hour rolling through. We'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of our broadcast today here on our social media sites. We do appreciate you being a part each and every week. We got a lot of really great followers that tune into the show, and the show's archived. We're on Facebook, of course, as one of our live streams, which is on the Automotive Edge Facebook page. Then our sister Facebook page, which is Shifting Gears, maybe a little easier to find if you're trying to search. It's Shifting Gears, or the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook pages, both of those. Then under LinkedIn, that's under Kurt Chase, KURTCHASC. There's live streaming there. And we're live streaming on YouTube. That's youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. So we are live streaming it. Then they're all the same live stream. It's the same feed, but to the different locations. So no matter where you'd rather go, if you don't do the Facebook, tell friends that they can go to YouTube and watch us. So they don't have to, get that app and do all that stuff that they do on these social media sites. They can just go to YouTube and search the Automotive Edge radio show, or they, actually dial into the actual spot, which is the @ at the Automotive Edge. And not only we have our live streams there, which are archived, but we have videos. And when it says view channel, if you go to that site, it'll ask you, you want to view channel. You hit the view channel, and you'll see there's live feeds, there's videos, different things. If you'll hit that videos, you'll be able to see a lot of things that Kurt's beginning to post that are short videos about a lot of different things in the automobile world. So we'd like to encourage you to subscribe. Please share that. Please ask people to do that so that we can get a little bit of boost out there to where people know more about what we're doing, and people, want to see the things that are bettering their life with any kind of automotive needs, where they're buying, selling, leasing, parts, service, body work, wheels, tires, anything of that sort. It's there to be a huge help to them before they make any kind of decision. The point of this whole thing is to get you, the consumer, to know before you go with any kind of automotive need, to save you time, to save you money, to save you headache, to save you worry. All those things are important for you to be able to come back from that decision that you can say, the Automotive Edge radio show really helped me with any and all those needs that I had. And that's what we want to hear. And we want to help them before you go. The after is not going to be, if I don't do what the doctor says I should do, and then I come back to him and say, hey man, I got this problem. And he said, well, did you do what I asked you to do? Well, I'm going to be sitting there with my, mouth wide open, because I'm going to have to say, no, I didn't. He said, well, then what did you expect was going to happen to you? All I'm saying is, in a nice way, don't let that happen to you with your automotive needs. Get squared away before you do anything, and have that information so you don't lose that money and that time. You'll be happy for it, and it won't cost you one penny. All you got to do is ask, and you shall receive. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it will be open unto you. Right here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Wow, preach it, brother.
Hallelujah.
Preach it.
Well, I'm just trying to let everybody know that that's what we're here for. And if they do anything without really, I believe, getting in touch, and you might know a lot, but just if there's some little question you might not know, or even if you do know, why not just get a confirmation of that? I might know something about my health, and I'll say to my doctor, well, this is what about, you're absolutely right. Keep up the good work. You're on the right track. How good does that feel?
Yep.
If I know something and I call you, Kurt, and say, this is what I think is the case, you can say, right on, Bo, you got it. Now, how much better you feel when you go make that decision about what you're going to do with your automotive needs?
Yep.
Nothing better. And so get that confirmation, get that, high five.
It may not always be what you want to hear, but it'll be the truth.
That's the thing.
If I tell you that fly, I'll pull the train, saddle the fly. I'm just telling you, because I got
Right.
people, well, you're just saying. I'm like, hang on a second here. This last week, I helped about 26 people, and half of them were non-sponsors.
Well, that's
We
okay.
found them a vehicle.
Right.
It worked.
Well, that's what we're talking about right here, is that we're not plugging one particular thing. Of course, we do have sponsors. I get that. But we're here to help you. That's the number one thing.
Yeah, Steve Briggs called me. He's looking for a Tahoe or Suburban. I loaded it in, and like 200 came up.
Right.
I deleted all the ones that are not dealerships, that I don't know anybody in the business. I mean, it's just, you pull up to these warehouses, and it's got a Department of Motor Vehicles sticker on the wall. I'm like, I'm out. We went to one warehouse. They opened up the door and everything was covered in dust. I went, have a good day. And he's like, what do you mean? I went, you got to be freaking kidding me. Unbelievable. I show up some places and I just leave.
Yeah.
Kurt, what'd you think? I said, run.
Run, Forrest, run.
It's just unbelievable. Do not go past go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want,
go ahead.
You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do.
It's your money, your time, your effort.
But I'm just telling you, do not buy that vehicle.
And I believe that, if people are really in trouble, like their credit's just smashed to hell and back, and they really don't have a choice except maybe going to some of these places that are not dealerships. You have places that you would recommend them, don't you? Like maybe.
For what?
If they really couldn't get financed at a dealership. Like at some place.
It'd be really, really hard right now not to get financed at a delership.
So you're saying if
really
you
hard.
Don't underestimate what you can get done.
For the show.
What the heck is that? Well, it's nasty. Dude's real nasty too.
Weird.
I know it was.
Are you hearing all that static?
It's cleared up. He cleared it up. Yeah, I think the gain of his deal's a little high.
A lot of static.
Yeah. It's better now.
There we go.
We can't hear you, Larry, when the music's playing. Sorry.
Straight down the garden gate. Hey. It's a highway, and we want to thank you for joining us on the highway each Saturday from 8 to noon. Be sure to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and check out all the videos. We got a whole bunch more going up this week, and we want to make sure that we inform you. You know how to buy an automobile when it comes to your automotive needs. And a lot of people this week, we're looking at personal cars. And what that means is from an individual. Not a bad thing, but that's when you have to do your super due diligence. Not just your due diligence, because you go to a dealership, a real dealership, and they lay out all the paperwork on a pre-owned automobile, and they have his no warranty implied, as is, and they get everything, and then, they give you a checklist of everything they did and how they looked at the car. These are all good things. But when you're with an independent person, it's all bets off. Are you really dialed in to what to do with that person? How do you really look at the car? What about the license plates? What about a buyer's order? What about an as is? What about deceptive, lies? Who are you dealing with? And then when it comes to selling your car, man, it goes to a whole different level. We had a gentleman, they gave him $16,800 cashier's check, and the cashier's check was bogus. Car is gone.
Ooh.
Title is gone.
Yiko.
And they said, what do we do? I said, I am not the law. You are calling the wrong guy. So I'm stuck. Once again, I am not the law. And if they did it on a Saturday and they didn't take the cashier's check into the bank, and the bank, they identified it quick and went, look, this is not a real cashier's check. Said American Express on it. Had to be real. No, it wasn't real. It was bogus. Had a little shiny seal on it. The thing looked as good as
don't think
real one.
The scammers know how to do things better than the real stuff sometimes, don't they?
Yep. So the bank is looking at cashier's check. They're typing everything in and went, hey, this is not real. And they go back, and some people answer the door and went, we don't know what you're talking about. No, he doesn't live here. He wouldn't. And they're all in on it. And you got nothing. Always cover your bases. And the best way to do that is go to theautomotiveedge.com, send me your name and phone number, and let me get involved and help you.
Yeah.
And make a good decision. A good decision. What's best for you? Not what's best for me. Not what's best for the dealership, what's best for you, the listener or consumer. And we can help you out. It's just that simple. I want to thank a couple of people. We had some teachers in a lot of need this last couple of weeks, and I've had some of you really step up and send some money, and we're able to take care of a bunch of school supplies. This week we're going to be delivering a couple of microwave ovens and a shredder to a school that is in desperate need. They have some that the kids can only eat certain foods, and they were able to warm it up for the kids. Now they can't. It's just incredible because they can't take their food back to the kitchen and do something with it and hand it out. Apparently, they have to have those microwaves. So I want to thank everybody that's been reaching out and helping. Remember, we started this thing helping you, so in turn we can help others. And that's we love our teachers. We love teachers. We want to see more good teachers coming in. They're leaving left and right. We all know why. We could make that 1 year show. And have teachers call in. But you know what? If we help the teachers and we promote the teachers and we back the teachers, then we get to keep the teachers. And getting involved, even if you don't have a kid in school, it does not matter. You're still paying property tax, which goes to the school. Get involved. But I want to thank, I had a half a dozen listeners that really touched my heart, and you're really touching the heart of the teachers that I helped with vehicles. In fact, one says here, you just saved us $4,500. We're going to split it with you. And I went, I can't take your money. But if you write a check and you put the Automotive Edge / adopt a teacher or Zelle or whatever y'all do with the money, however that goes over, and you put on the notes, adopt a teacher, we can take that money and go out. I went out and bought a half a dozen dry erase boards, dry erase markers, dry erase cleaner. Bought a bunch of, I love it when I'm buying crayons and map pencils because I know the kids are doing something. They're not with their thumbs or using their hands.
With electronic items.
Yeah. And so it was really, really great how much copy paper is needed for the teachers. So thank you for helping all the teachers. Monday, the schools are closed at Martin Luther King Day. And then Tuesday, I'll be delivering more stuff into the classrooms. And helping out these teachers. So I love you for loving what we do to help the teachers stay
afloat, basically
above water,
right.
And not have to come out of pocket with as many as we can help. And I think this year we've helped several hundred teachers. It's worked out really, really well, getting in them supplies and them getting in front of the kiddos and going here, because every kid deserves something in front of them to work with. Sitting idle is just a terrible thing. So once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We're going to be helping teachers all the way up to graduation, and then hopefully giving away some scholarship money here at the end of the year for these kiddos and letting them know we love them, we care about them, and thank the teachers for what they're doing.
Now, there's a way that you can help us, and it's not going to cost you anything, but we are doing a lot on YouTube. And if you would go to youtube.com/@theautomotiveedge, subscribe to that channel. That would really help boost what we're doing here.
Or even if you do the @ and the / and people say, well, sometimes that's a lot. Even if you just type in the Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Yeah, you can, if you're searching on the YouTube.
It'll say subscribe.
Yeah, and just hit subscribe, and that really helps boost what we're trying to do to help others. Again, trying to help others. That if you'll do that to help us, that is also helping others as well. So keep that in mind. And we don't ask much, do we?
No.
We only ask you to maybe call in every now and then or make a comment on our social media
Tell
site.
your friends, family, everybody subscribe, because as we build this, we grow, and then we're able to help more people, which in turn we get to help more people, right, and then help more people.
So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that's the one way you can really help.
And for you people that think it's about egos and a million followers and everything, shame on you. We've never gone down that road, because the more people that we help, I would just tell you this. I love it when people say, you know what? I listened to what you said, and I did the pay it forward at McDonald's. I was at a coffee shop, and I did the pay it forward. He said, the look on their faces, because you don't know what's going on with the person behind you, You can make and that's what this show is all about. We help you, so in turn you can help others. If we save you money, pay it forward. We save you time, go volunteer. That's it.
Yeah.
And as we grow this and we spread positivity,
and lots of great information. That's the key, is that these videos that he's doing, other than our live feeds, they're specifically honing in on certain things that can really, really help you as well as everybody else.
Yep.
So we're just asking you to do that. If you wouldn't mind, just go there, the Automotive Edge Radio Show on YouTube, and just hit subscribe and then watch some of the videos. I think you'll be surprised at what my man over here can put out to you.
Yep. And one of those great sponsors that always helps us out, Eldorado Chevrolet, 380 and 75, 9-time Fix-Me, 10-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. $29,945 for a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado, full size. If you go to my Facebook page, Kurt Chase, you'll see that Silverado on there. It's beautiful. There's a blue one, but they got other colors too. They got this new one called White Sands. It's absolutely gorgeous. I almost bought the truck yesterday, but it was sold. Thank goodness. And you know what?
What was the interior like?
Oh, it was charcoal.
Oh,
just beautiful.
Nice.
$8,000 off Chevy Colorados and their EVs. The Chevy Equinox, one of the best-selling EVs in the marketplace. Everything discounted. They got 0 APR. Beat the bank with their interest rates. And you're going to be really surprised if you think you have credit problems, what Eldorado Chevrolet can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not mean automatic 18%. Find them online. Go meet Jason Long, Rusty McDonald, Justin Griffin, Michael Albright, Jazz Gill, the whole group out there at EldoradoChevy.com. So here's what's going on with the interest rates. And remember, I'm going to give you some scores and some rates, but it doesn't mean that everybody falls into these categories. It just doesn't. And when we get to the bottom of the list, I'll come back and tell you why. So 781 or higher, new car loans average 4.8%. 661 to 780, 6.5%. 601 to 660 came in about 9.7. And then when you get down
under 600,
13.3, and 300 to 500 was 15.6, which just tells you not even people that, bad things happen to good people or people with just credit issues weren't all paying 18% interest. Just not true. Pre-owned, the higher scores come in about 7.5. Mid scores come in about 9.6. Lower scores came anywhere between 14 to 21%. So on the pre-owned market,
for commercial break,
the rates are much, much, much higher. But now I'm going to flip the script when we get back on how those things can change here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. We'll be right back.
All right. Be right back.
Who's that? Quit. My wife's favorite band. One of the few three-piece bands. What was Dorothy the dog's name in The Wizard of Oz?
That's Toto.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
They're one of my, though that band is tremendous too.
So you had Toto, Triumph, and ZZ Top were three true three-piece bands. That you thought they had a whole orchestra there. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I guess Mark really did go to Idaho. Huh. Send me some nice baked potatoes. I'd have never thought in a million years I wouldn't have picked that state, but anyway, best wishes and blessings to you, my brother. I've known Mark since I was a little kid. And Mark was always so much bigger than all of us, but he was just like another brother. Yeah, he didn't let the bullies bully. So best to you. Tell Scott we all said hello. And thanks everybody for joining. Can't say enough to click and share and let us help the consumers with their automotive needs. And let's boost that YouTube channel, because the more boosts we get, the more videos we're doing, and the more people we're helping is really the big thing. Because then people go, who is this guy? And wow, he can really help. And yeah, he can give us advice. And when people don't think they have a opportunity or a chance, we show them otherwise for the most part. I mean, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised how many people that don't think they have a chance and we step in and help and they're blown away. They had no idea they could get a new vehicle or a certified pre-owned or a good quality vehicle at the price and the rate. Because remember, credit score does not determine price. Never has, never will. But some people think it does.
Well, it's that old saying, don't assume, because you know what happens, right?
Oh, sure.
Don't be the assumed person. Know before you go. And that solves a lot of problems. If you know before you go, if you get in touch with Kurt and say, hey, look, I've done my credit check and I see that I've got a blah, blah, whatever it is, and you're really concerned, you need a vehicle and you don't think you're going to get it, it can help you right there. Before you even get off your couch to go do something, a lot of times all that's done for you. Hey, this is what you're going to probably have to pay in interest. This is what you're going to probably have to maybe help with a down payment a little bit or something. Why not know? Instead of going in there, like brainless and letting them just spit out to you whatever they think they want to give you, and you have no idea. And you're in maybe in a desperate place because your score's low. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Don't think because
don't be a lay down. Just don't lay down.
No,
that's it.
I know that.
Lay down.
I know that term. We used to have that when I was selling Woods TV. I mean, Curtis Mathis televisions. I see that guy walking in. His eyes get that big on that $3,500 unit with everything in it. Turntable, TV.
Not a lot of money back in.
Man, I saw the guy's eyes. I'm going, this is a lay down.
I remember when I went to my buddy's house and he had everybody over and he actually had a sheet over it. And we're like, what's it? He goes, check this out, man. He pulled it back and everybody was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's got a Curtis.
All right, 10 seconds till we're back live, guys.
That was the
king of all. Oh, no doubt. I made tons of money selling those TVs.
It's got gold in it. It's got diamond tip.
Oh.
Well, you know who this is.
That's oh yeah, it's boss. The boss.
What's his name? Good God.
I was lost today on his
Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
Whoa, that was lucky. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Remember, Freeman Toyota. Buy more, pay nothing. Boy, he likes this song.
It's still going. Well, we're going to rock and roll this song the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's
Is it stuck? Is it like, remember the old turntables? Remember that? And the dude will get stuck and keep repeating it.
we can cut that one.
Are we back live, Larry?
214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Get more, pay nothing. Complimentary 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. Only on the affordable side of the Metroplex at Freeman Toyota. Dane Miner and his staff, nobody does what they do. Nobody. They can say, we'll throw in this, we'll throw in that, and there's all these special secret charges. Shows up later on the buyer's order or in your financing. Never at Freeman Toyota. 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. 3rd year, they're going to do an oil change and tire rotation after your Toyota care is over. Why? They want to keep you as a customer. They want to know your vehicle. So when it comes time to trade, they know your vehicle. That's how you maximize to minimize. And the place to do that, $375 a month on our Crew Max 4x4 pickup truck, SR only Freeman Toyota, no cash down, no trade involved, no security deposit. With approved credit, 375, you're on your way in a brand new Toyota Tundra. And then you look at all their great specials at freemantoyota.com. That's freemantoyota.com. Remember, get more, pay nothing at freemantoyota.com. So we talked about where the interest rates were. Average, interest rate across the board when you put everything together, just say for good credit, was about 6.25%. People say that's really high. Well, there's plenty of zero APR out there, or 0.9 or 1.9 or 2.9, based on credit, based on how the car deal's structured. But here's the thing. I've told you this many, many, many times that job time, residency, and debt to ratio and reestablishment is a big, big, big thing for you. It's a big thing for you. So we know that a lot of people were punished during COVID at no cause of ours. We know that the Fauci virus out of the Wuhan lab, we know what that did. And based on who you listen to, how the jabs worked and didn't, and hurt more than helped more, let's put all that aside. Because we know that a lot of bad things happen to good people. Well, the banks know that too. They're not blind to that. There's plenty of people that work for the banks that it happened to also.
Problem too.
Yeah. They're going up to their boss's office going, hey, can you help me get financed here? So, most Americans went through that. So when you're filling out your credit application, a couple of things. One is put gross income on there, not net. It always gets a lot of people in trouble. Gross income before taxes. Gross. And then if you have a significant other, put their income down. They need to be on the note because it just says other income, and you can put wife, whatever the case may be, roommate pays half the rent. That helps. It boosts the availability in your finances. But a lot of people don't think that. Well, I have a roommate. You put down rent $1,500 a month, and they're going, "Wow, that's a lot of rent." And they have a matrix where they figure in groceries and gas and insurance, blah 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 blah, and go, "Well, you only qualify for this payment." Oh, well, I have a roommate. Now they've got to resubmit the deal, get with the lender, get them on the phone. There's certain things that you need to know when you're filling it out that your rent is, your mortgage is, and then you have additional income of. And remember, it's got to be provable, other than if you're married and you put down, wife's income, what that is. And you're married 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, they're not going to say, okay, we need your wife on the note. They see the debt to ratio, and they see that your bills are being paid. And with that income, you're good to go. But remember, I have a lot of people right now that are in the low 6s that are getting fantastic rates in the 4s and 5s and doing really, really well because there was a lot of people that were laid off and then went back to work. There was a lot of people that were working remote and got cutting pays, cutting hours, whatever the case may be. And now they're back on track. And the banks see this. They know this. Remember, they have employees in those buildings. Just because they work for a bank did not make them exempt from getting behind. Remember that. Just because they worked at the bank doesn't mean they all have perfect credit. And so they understand this. These conversations go through the human system at a point. When the dealer puts all their information into the computer, it's scored electronically, and they immediately get an approval or a decline or a conditioned loan. And what that conditioned loan means that, okay, instead of lending Bo $42,000, we're going to loan him $35,000. Instead of this payment here, his payment has to go here. We want tax, title, and license paid up front. We're not going to roll it in the note. It's called a conditioned loan. What are the conditions? What needs to be done? And then we need POI, proof of income. We need just a check stub on the wife. We're not asking her to be on the note, but we need proof that your wife has this income, and then they condition it. But here again, you could bring that in, and then the dealer come back and go, hang on just a second here. We have this, this, and this. They got reestablished. For the last X amount of years, they've been paying their bills, and they'll take that up a couple letters. There was times where the finance guy was going, hey, Kurt, we need some help. And I would call the bank and go, hang on just a second here. What am I missing? Then I would say, I would take it up to the supervisor and it would go, then I would get this thing that came across my fax machine, done, approved.
So I have a question. What happens when somebody has an idea for a vehicle and they go to the dealership and they kind of go drive the vehicle, do all this stuff, the steps that you say to do, and they find out that they're going to have a condition on a loan that vehicle does not meet? Is there a way to avoid that, or is that the only way that they're going to be able to experience that?
Yeah, until the loan is actually submitted to the lender, you don't know.
So, but is there something you could do to thwart that, like beforehand, or is that just kind of what that's just the reality of what has to happen?
Yeah, they're going to look at first thing is going to look at your credit score.
Because
and then
not
they're
to
going to look.
interrupt, we went with a friend of Purple Haze worked with at Classic Kia. He wanted a particular vehicle, and they came back and said, "You're not going to qualify for that."
Uh-huh.
There was a condition.
Uh-huh.
Stepped down a little bit, not a whole lot, but loved the vehicle, thought it was great, and still loves it.
Uh-huh.
But that's not what he initially was wanting to get. So there are those kind of things. So that's what I'm asking, is that there's no way to really thwart that, huh?
Well,
You have to just
you can go into your own bank and get a pre-approval.
Well, of course, from your own bank.
But until, the deal is actually constructed and looked at through
Different ways.
the computer system and then a human being, you don't know, especially based on your credit and your income. Those are the two things. You back up in the early 2000s, man, they were lending homes to people that couldn't afford them. They were lending them cars that they couldn't afford. Everybody was check, 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 check. And they all went by scores.
Right.
I remember the guy that bought Deion Sanders' home, and the guy only made $75,000 a year. Well, that sure didn't work out for him. So
well,
if everything they say was true, but there was a lot of people that come in the dealership and say, "Hey, I want this and this," and man, you're shaking your head, going, "No way!" And they were approved. Back up many years ago with Mitsubishi, they were putting everybody in a car, no payments for a year, and they had a 65% repossession rate.
Wow.
Well, that catches up with lenders. And so then the
course.
times, the economy was really good for a while. It changed everything. The economy took a dip. Things changed for a while. They start looking deeper into the paper, different reasons to or to not. Because when banks write their portfolios, they have it set up for so many loss.
Right.
So many bad loans. Believe it or not, they do.
Of course.
214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. We got a whole lot more for you here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. We'll be right back. Who's this?
Michael Jackson, baby.
Wow. That's the first one you get.
Well, it's R&B. Pop, R&B.
Well, that's a great bass in there, isn't it?
No doubt. With that keyboard going. Pretty cool, huh? Very cool. All right, let's see what I got here for you. Let's see what I got. Can't see this. Let's see if I can get it going here. Oh, come on, man. Stop with all that.
Let's see what the Boski has.
All right, here we go.
Girl, it's been a while. I guess you'll be glad to know
I'm squeezing your heart
that
today,
I've learned how to
What a
laugh
great song.
and smile. Getting over you was slow.
What a great song.
They say old lovers can be good friends, but I never thought I'd see you again. I'd really see you again. I go crazy.
Wow.
When I look in your eyes, I still go crazy.
1977.
No, my heart just can't hide that old feeling inside, way deep down inside. Oh, baby. You know when I look in your eyes, I go crazy.
Paul Davis.
What a great song. I sang that song many nights.
Satisfies your mind.
We all had that
Listen.
heartbreak.
That's some great stuff right
Oh,
there. That's some great stuff. Yeah, I'm getting you pretty good here.
you know, it was something. If you remember in the 70s, there were so many love songs.
Let me hit you with another one real quick. We got a
I
second.
mean, everybody. I remember Journey, Oh Sherry.
Here we go. Here's another one.
Met you on a springtime day. You were minding your life and I was minding mine. Lady, when you looked my way, I had a strange sensation, and darling, that's when I knew that it's sad to belong to someone else. Like one comes along. Yes, it's sad to belong to someone else.
It almost sounds like a Crosby, Stills and Nash, but it's not.
Oh, I wake up in the night.
Actually, it's a band.
And I reach beside me, hoping you will be there. But instead I find someone who believed in me when I said I'd always care.
It is.
Oh, it's sad to belong to someone else.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
Yeah,
30 seconds till we're back live.
Where's a great divorce song? Sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Think about that.
Well, that's somebody that's married that sees somebody they know they really love and they're stuck.
Oh, that's too good.
I know, isn't it?
Alan Hawkins, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show, and everybody from Shifting Gears. Thank
Are you
you.
any kin to the Alan Hawkins group, singing group?
Oh, great song.
Boogie down to down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great song.
I love that.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. We've got a couple more segments here to get things wrapped up and give you some focus and direction. But the biggest thing is to go to theautomotiveedge.com, send me your name and number, and let's have a conversation. After the facts, and there was a bunch of them this last couple of weeks where people are going, well, you've always talked about the dealers needing to sell more cars in January. Well, that doesn't mean that you just walk in and assume. And so let's help you out, because here's the thing. I want to clear this up, and I want this to be embedded like a tattoo. There are more great dealers out there helping you than the ones that don't. By far. There are so many great dealers out there looking to help you with your automotive needs, and they want that long-term relationship. You know, I work for some of the best dealers in the world. I work for John Eagle, and I remember when he taught me about pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, and that cost me thousands of dollars, a car deal that I did. And Mr. Eagle says, you know, sooner or later, they're going to figure out they'll never come back, and that will not happen in my dealership. Work for Mr. McDavid, and Mr. McDavid, be honest, be upfront, and be fair. Be honest, be upfront, be fair. And they'll always come back and see you. And when I had, you know, I was selling a lot of cars, I learned about it. It wasn't always about how much money I can make, but there were so many people that I helped, and they referred everybody to me. Hey, I'm here to see Kurt Chase. Hey, Joe Bag of Donuts sent him over. And I always sent out those little bird dog checks, $100, you know, on the car deal. And that's the way we help you with your automotive needs. We put you with the people that really care. They're going to help you out. Even if you are in Lubbock or San Antonio or Houston or Oklahoma City, we had a gentleman drive in from Little Rock, Arkansas, and bought a truck from El Dorado Chevrolet. I had a guy from Norman, Oklahoma, drive in and buy a new Ford truck over at Grapevine Ford. It's just the way it works. They call them, go, so you'll sell it to, if I show up, that's the price, no BS, here we can do business. We're going to help you out. And remember also, when you go to the automotiveedge.com, we can appraise your car for you and give you a ballpark based on how you describe it. There's been a few phone calls over the years where they're going, Kurt, you told me 22, they gave me 17 grand. And then I take a look at it. I was like, my gosh, that thing's been hit harder than Joe Frazier. I mean, yeah, but that's not what you told me. I tell people on a 1 to 5, oh, it's a 5. You know, when you go to Kelly Blue Book or NADA or Edmunds or any of those and you click on them, people click excellent. If you look on this, 2% of the market. Now, a lot of my cars are excellent because the one I just tried to trade yesterday had 2,000 miles on it. That's an excellent car. That's not the norm. So everything is clean or good, but excellent. It's been an excellent car for you, but it doesn't make it an excellent car at trade-in, if that makes sense. But a lot of people, they'll mark excellent and think, okay, well, you know, my car's worth 24 and your car's actually worth 21. But here's the thing. The used car market is really different right now. There's a lot of dealers that are not sending all their cars to the auction. They're holding on to them. If they can recondition these cars at a fair amount of money, they're keeping your car. It's not going to auction. Now, if the transmission's going out, it's gone. If you got oil leaking everywhere, chances are it's gone. If it's over 200,000 miles, chances are it's really gone. Other than that, they're going to find a way to keep these higher mileage cars on the property. But how you describe it to me, hopefully it's the same when you get there, and I'm going to be in that ballpark. Because, you know, they're going to have to figure, you know, reconditioning fee. Well, you said the tires were good, but the front two got to be replaced. You know, it's $500. $250 a tire for a good tire. I mean, it's, you know, a decent tire, you know, depending on the brand. Let's just say it's a new set of tires, you know, $800 to mount, balance, and put new rubber on the car. You remember when they bring it into the dealership, they're going to have to drop all the fluids, get it all cleaned up, detailed, ready to go. But we'll tell you what those numbers are when we talk, what that variance is going to be when you get to the dealership. So let's have a conversation. Always send pictures if you can. If not, we can FaceTime and you can walk around the car. We did that the other day. And I told the guy, I said, well, you got a pretty good amount of dings and scratches. And he's got up close. We went all around it. I said, buddy, it's about $600-700 to clean all that up. And he goes, how do you know that? And I said, because I know all the touch-up guys that have been around forever and ever and ever and what they average charge. Because when they go to a dealership, these touch-up guys and ding-dent guys, they walk up and they do the whole lot. Okay, you got 16 cars. I'll do them all for this amount right here. This for this car. This one has a little bit more, but they can do it so much cheaper than what you and I can do walking into a retail spot to get it fixed. So be a little bit more open-minded on your trade-in values. They're still at an all-time high. Don't believe what you're seeing all over the internet. I looked at a bunch of different sites. Well, you know, vehicles down 13%, 10%. I don't know what vehicles they're looking at. I don't have a clue because some of these vehicles are bringing sometimes more than what I thought they were worth. I bid a few cars last week. They got over $2,000 on average more than what I bid them for. And they call me and say, hey, man, this thing is jammed up jelly tight. This is a nice rig. I want this on my lot. I know when they put it in the system, okay, Bo's trading in a 2022 Acura, 86,000 miles, and they put it in a computer, and they see how fast these cars are selling, what the turn rate is, what the average mileage. The systems that the dealers have are absolutely incredible. And then they can go, well, hang on. We got in this vehicle and we had it for 88 days and didn't make any money on it. It's just one of those vehicles that just doesn't do really well with this kind of condition, this kind of miles. And so cool thing is some of the dealers will come out and tell you that. I was talking to Jason Long yesterday, the general sales manager, and he comes out and says, hey, here's your vehicle. Here's the turn rate. There's 40 of them out there. They haven't sold in 60 days, but I'm still going to give you the fair market value. Understanding is paramount when it comes to your trade. And different PMAs have different values. Different lots have different values. You go to one lot and you're driving 150.
Did you say you go?
Yeah.
You go?
You go. You go, we go, we all go. And you got a $150,000 Porsche, and you're on a lot that you look around, there is nothing over $50,000. They're going to have to get a buy bid on that car. They're going to have to, what we call, lay that car down somewhere else. So there's different factors, but I'll discuss all this with you. I'll make sure that you fully understand what's going on with your trade-in. Quit putting all the money into it, thinking you're going to get book value plus your receipts. Doesn't work that way. But we're going to help you. And this is a great time to trade, because when this breaks loose April 1st and the big beautiful deal goes into effect, and we see gas prices coming down, we see home goods coming down, the groceries are starting to come down. God bless those people that just donated the 2 million eggs, 2 million eggs to help families out, to get it to the food banks, to get people food. There's some great things coming. And with that, the auto industry is going to be on fire, and the used cars are going to be strong for the next year. So don't listen to what everyone's telling you. Well, the used market's getting flooded. It's not. They're forecasting 16 million new cars next year versus 48 million used cars. Just think about that. 48 million used cars sold.
1 minute to commercial.
So you got 340 million people in there, and you're going to sell 48 million used, 16 million new. What is that, a quarter of the population going to have a car, new or used, in their driveway? Give me a break. 214.
Before we take a quick break, I got to say a shout out to Cookie Newell. She sent a message and saying that she subscribed to the YouTube channel, and I want to say thank you. And she says, I guess I'm legal now. So thank you. Thank you, Cookie, for doing that. I wanted to give you a shout out for that before we take a break.
Super. Quick break, 214-787-1190. We'll be right back. Good morning, my beautiful cousin up in New York, Dorothy. Love you, love you, love you. I got to get up there. Once all this bad weather crosses over, I got to get up to New York and see everybody. Who's this?
That's he's having a tip of my tongue.
Wild
Turkey.
Yeah. Okay.
Wild turkey. Wild
Cherry.
I played that song a billion times today.
You know what? Everybody
billion
thought
times
that.
I played that song. I could bring my bass in here right now and take off on that bass lick. And why I can't remember names of bands is beyond.
You know, it's funny. When I saw him singing, I said, he's impersonating an African American.
Well, he's got that black sound, doesn't he?
He does. He sounds like, one of the great soul black artists of all times. And he came on, I went, why's he doing that? And my buddy goes, that's who sings it. And I said, no, he's white. He goes, he sings that song.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, I wish I had even a nickel for every time I played.
And you know what? When he went to the Apollo, he brought the house down.
Yeah.
Because he was just getting started, but he sang that song. And I always wanted to go to the Apollo. I did. And I had a chance one time and I didn't. And I forgot what I was up there. I was at the
one time it was
Detroit Auto Show or something, one of the biggest auto shows in the world. And we just ran out of time. But to go see the Spinners, the Tops, the Four Seasons.
It never was on a very good side of town, the Apollo one.
I don't care. I just wanted to get in there. I just wanted to go in there and see all the great artists. And
you'd look like sunshine in that room.
I don't care.
Oh, I know you don't. I wouldn't either. I'd love to go there.
I'm going to tell you what, the black folk would have seen no Whitey up there on the front row shaking it up. I'm telling you, I just grew up on that music and I loved it. golly. I mean, I tell you, the Four Seasons, I just go back and I listen to all their music. And
Thank
it was
you, Art.
so
Appreciate that.
clean and good. You could dance to it.
Yeah.
You understood all the words.
Yep. That's
And
exactly
it all
right.
had a good beat to it.
Well, it's, R&B has always been
The
that. to me.
Temptations, oh my gosh.
What a.
And I remember Peaches and Herb when they came out.
What about
and
Gladys Knight and the Pips?
Oh,
I
my
can't tell you
gosh,
how
I
many
know.
times that
Aretha Franklin?
I was doing the backup vocals and doing the dances with them. I mean, the Midnight Train to Georgia.
Oh.
Woo-hoo.
Oh,
I mean, what a! I'm gonna have to play it on next. Well, we probably won't have another break after this. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'll have to put that on my list for next week. What a great song!
My dad just was like, "Is this all you listen to?" I was like, "Yes, sir."
Was he about to put you out? Like,
Oh yeah.
come on, your
I
bags
just
are fat.
when I got into the car, there was
What did he listen to?
KKDA Soul Socket
Oh,
73.
years. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'd turn it on and I would jam all the time. My buddies would get in the car and they'd go, they were in Aerosmith, Edgar Winter Group, you did Boston, all
Yeah.
that was never my
No.
genre. Never was.
Never
Still
minded.
back live.
I mean, I had to.
What was the DJ? I'm trying to think of his name on Soul Socket 73. Man, he was so cool. I wanted to sound like him growing up. And I used to get on there and go, Soul Socket 73. And my buddies were like, you sound so stupid. I said, I want that voice.
Oh, well, how about Don Cornelius with his voice?
Oh, God, he was the king. But
Love,
I watched
peace,
that
and
deal on
soul.
him. He was not a nice guy.
Oh, he was demanding. I'll say that. Pretty
He was,
rough character, but boy, he knew how to get a show going, and he was a
And you know what?
promoter from hell.
Every one of those bands, I'd have worn every one of their outfits. I'd have worn every one of them, from zoot suits to the sparkles. I'd have worn it all.
There you go.
There we go. 214-787-1190. Want to thank everybody for hanging out for 4 hours with us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. Be sure to like and share the Automotive Ed Radio Show. There is somebody out there that needs some help, and I'm on all these different Facebook groups, and I'm going to tell you what is heartbreaking when I say, look, I host the Automotive Edge Radio Show, been doing this for 38 years, but you know what they all think? That I have a financial motive.
Like you're a scammer or something.
I know he's getting all this money from the
Yeah.
dealerships, and I know they're paying him all this money to put car deals together. That is 100% not true. Not true. I've got a dozen sponsors that I handle their advertising, their commercials, and yes, I send customers to them all day long. But they don't sit there and go, okay, we sold 10, let's pay them for 10 car deals.
Well, we live in a society that is has that mindset of something's got to be behind
Yeah,
what's going
there's
on.
a motive.
Yeah.
And
And
for
it's-
me, there is a motive. How many teachers
Helping.
can we help? How many kids can we help?
And helping you as the consumer.
I've
number
gone
one.
back and taught Avid in the schools that I went to, and we give away stuff to these kids every time we go in, and we're teaching Avid and help them out and love on these kids, love on the teachers. That's what this show's about. Remember, we help you, so in turn, you can help others and we can help others. And it's a great philosophy to have in life. And I get it. There's been a lot of people that have been scammed and ripped off and taken advantage of. I can show you every nickel, dime, and copper penny that we put into the teachers through you, the listener. And what my wife and I have put up to help teachers over the year, what non-sponsors have put up to help the teachers over the year. That's our big thing. Without smart kids, where does the world go? What direction do we go in life? And that's been the whole premise of the Automotive Edge. Once we got started, once I learned what being a talk show host was and learning about radio, I went, wow, what a great catalyst this is to helping people. Not only helping people with their automotive needs, but what else can we do to help people? And so we've given away cars to single moms. We've helping with Down syndrome awareness. We've given money for the therapy horses for the kiddos that can have that enjoyment out of life. And that's what this is. The radio show is a great catalyst for two things: to help you, the consumer, with your automotive needs, and then to help people with everyday situations in life. It always will be until the day the good Lord calls me home. I was asked the other day when I thought about retiring, when I get cremated. That's
And they're
when I'm retiring.
and they're gonna send a microphone in there with him when he goes. Just
So-
in case he's got a little leftover stuff.
Yeah, if we can help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion with your automotive needs, we are here to help. And if you'd like to help a teacher out, send me an email. We can tell you how you can help us with that. The teachers are having a real hard time this year, more so than we thought. And what's really cool, there's some districts that their teachers are doing really well and helping other teachers. I had some teachers from another district going, hey, come by. And it was amazing the extra supplies that they had that we got to go give to another school. How often do you hear that? But that's a blessing. That's not luck. We didn't stumble into it. It's a blessing. And so that's what we want to do. So remember, if you have an automotive need, go to theautomotiveedge.com. Leave me your name and number. I'll contact you. If you have a friend or family member, send them to me. And let's make sure their automotive needs are taken care of. Because remember, there's millions of cars out there with problems, whether they're flood damaged cars, unreported accidents, bogus state inspections. There's a bunch of stuff out there. Plus, you got to be careful who you're selling to and buying from. With all the bogus scams going on, all the technology out there that it looks good and sounds good. Now this AI crap is coming up, and it's really going to put a wrench into some people's finances, because you didn't have somebody backing it up. Like I said, it's always about getting that second opinion from a doctor. You go to a dentist and not for heart problems. And you don't go to a heart surgeon for dental problems. You go to the specialist, and that would be me. And I don't mean that in a braggadocious way, but after 38 years, I know everybody in this industry to make sure your automotive needs are taken care of. So that's what this is all about. And I'll tell it like it is. I have some people that call me up and they don't like what I have to say, but it's facts. When they ask me about my opinion, I only give you the opinion about me, what I like and don't like. It's got nothing to do with you. Don't go by my opinion on, I'm a visual guy. I don't care about how many airbags and this, that, and the other, because a lot of this stuff is so standard now. I don't care. I'm a visual guy, but I want to know what your wants and needs are. I want to know what flips your switch. I want to know what turns your keys when it comes to an automobile, and make sure that you have the right people with the right price, the right financing. All of this gets put together, and that recipe turns out well. And if you're out there on your own winging it, God bless you. I hope that works out for you. But I'm getting a lot of calls and a lot of people that it's not working out for. And once you sign and you take delivery and you drive over the curb, you are at the point of no return by law. As long as that car wasn't misrepresented, you are an owner. There's no 72-hour cooling off rule. There's not. So unless everything is done outside the dealership, but then you still have to be misrepresented, blah, blah, blah. We just don't want to go through all that. You don't have to. So remember today, turn off those electronics, get reconnected, go tell that person you love them. And remember, 2 words, forgiveness and opportunity. You can forgive people, and you have opportunities in front of you to help people each and every day. That's my word of the year, is opportunity. When those opportunities come, take full advantage of it. And telling that person you love them every day is paramount, not just, hey, love you. Look them in the eye and tell them you love them. And forgive. Life is too short. I'm in the 4th quarter of my life, and boy, am I making amends and making things right, and taking every opportunity that I possibly can in life. Boski?
Yes, and thank each and every one of you for being part of our broadcast today. Every Saturday morning from 8 to noon, right here on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR. We're here every Saturday, and don't forget to go to our places on our live streams and YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. We appreciate all you do to help us, so we in turn can help others.
Yeah, go to the YouTube channel, type in the Automotive Edge, and subscribe. And we want to boost that and get more people involved, because you know what? We're going to create the best game of Red Rover they've ever seen through this radio show. And that's problems are going to get through, but we're going to minimize to maximize here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Larry, back in studio. You knocked it out of the park again today. I know you're going to be real busy signing autographs and greeting all your fans and everybody. So have fun with that. And
Thank you.
have a great Saturday. And we look forward to coming back Saturday live on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Be safe.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Ron Swain. Thank Art Naismith. Gotta see y'all next time. Y'all be safe. Thank you.